welcome everybody to another edition of your favorite live stream wrestling podcast of the week. That's right. This is Tooney Talk Wrestling, TTW, and I, of course, am the man steering the ship, your host for the evening, Aka Dis, aka Dis. I'm in the patriotic 4th of July spirit. We're having a good time here tonight. Hopefully my mic cord doesn't... Anyone who listens to This Is Awful knows that I was having issues with a microphone cord, and I went on, during the show, live on the show, I went on and ordered one while I was on the air, and then it didn't come yet. So hopefully I won't have problems, but if I do, it won't be that big of an issue because I am, of course, joined by this illustrious panel.
He's old and he's cranky in his favorite chair, yelling at the TV with that grumpy glare. If always on, he's losing his mind. Online trolls talking trash, man, he's not kind. But we love our awful, through the grumps and the growls. Everybody shout it now. That's awful.
Awful Wrestling, how are you tonight, sir?
I'm doing great. Peace of the chat. What's that on your head?
I'm George Washington.
Oh,
I'm wearing a wig. You know,
it looks.
like our,
okay. When you don't turn and it's like facing us, it looks like a couch that my sister bought in like 1989.
I could have made it lower, but I thought it was funny if it was higher. If I put it lower, then I don't know. It doesn't. It looks more British than, you know, early American settler. So
Okay.
I figure I'll do it this way. But
You're really stretching your processing power out.
Hey, leave me
now,
alone.
I tell you what.
That's only a GIF. That's not too much. It's low quality because it's a
Okay.
GIF. That's the problem there.
Gotcha.
But all right. So you're here. I think that's it, right? Oh no, I'm joking. Everyone knows it.
Still one
We
more.
of course got the man, and I brought you in first this week because last week I brought you. Well, you weren't here at the beginning of the show last week, but anyway, there's also this guy.
Circle of sound, tensions ignite. Jake takes on the chaos, the verbal fight. Nice guy dropping pins on wrestling nights. Most famous on Tooney Talk, owning the mic. Light, and he's Jewish.
Jake, Alt Jake from Alt Jake Takes On. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm good. Are you Tom Dis Jefferson? Is that what we're gonna call you?
There you go. That's good. Look at that. See?
Is that it? Yeah. There
Awful.
it is.
What are you doing? He's coming up with the material.
Hey.
Where are you? Awful?
Listen, I don't have my notepad with me.
The thing was, I immediately knew it was the wig because, you know, I could put the patriotic thing, but now I see it as this couch and I'm dying.
Yeah.
I see the couch now. Now I see it. No, because I had a old couch.
A
that was,
Victorian
like,
bonnet.
well, it came with a regular couch, like a love seat, and then a single chair, and it looked more like that. It was like a big chair
Yep.
with huge arms that my cat loved to lay on.
Yep.
And
They're the
it,
most
it was a totally different color, but it was that mic. And now every time you look at it this way, I'm like, that's all I see.
the grandma
Yeah.
couch. They are the most uncomfortable couches. And
Yeah.
like out
Had
here, I'd say about
Plastic sheet on him.
I'd say about 50% of the people that live out here have that. So when I have to go over to somebody's house and like fix their internet or make sure they're not getting scammed or something, I'm
Rough.
always sitting in, and they're always red, big red couches that look like that, and they're very, very uncomfortable.
Look like curtain shade pattern. Like, what is going on here? No, I didn't see the couch before, and then Awful said it. And I'm like, that's all I see now. That's great. That's great.
But make sure you are dropping a like if you
Yeah,
have any super chats you want us to get to. Hit us up. We were about to go through a few of them, but first we should run down what we're doing on the show today. So we started the conspiracy theory iceberg last week. I have 4 new levels of that this week, and they're all. I've weeded out the nonsense ones. I just have. I mean, they're still going to show on the screen, but I did all the research on them. So we can kind of skip over some of the nonsense and get to the juicy ones. That'll be fun. We're also going to look at this past. God, there were 4 pay-per-views. Well, PLEs, pay-per-views, major shows, whatever you want to call them this weekend. We had Great American Bash. We had Night of Champions. We had Slammiversary, and we had Forbidden Door. So we're not going to sit here and go over all the results from every show and do that thing. There's plenty of shows.
Wait a second. I thought we were.
No. we are hitting
what?
the big stuff.
I'm out of here. What the hell?
We'll be here for 4 hours. Like I said, you want
Seriously.
that? You want that? There's plenty of shows out there that'll do that. I guarantee you can find one right now that's doing that. Go listen. We are not doing that here. We are going to go over the big stuff.
George and I at least broke down Night of Champions kind of match by match, but really quickly of it on our Sunday show if you want that. But that's it. We gave you that one. But that's
we
it.
did that a little bit on This Is Awful too. So if you want to hear that, that's where you can go. But we're just going to kind of hit up the big stuff. Then we are going to look at Trick Williams got married last week. And
Darby
Allin got married. So a lot of footage leaked from both of those weddings. Trick Williams leaked on like people. So it's not really a leak. It's more like they took video and sent it to people to, show.
Right. Or like people paid to get the exclusive leak for it. That's usually how that works. Yeah. There's money exchange somewhere.
Darby's was released on WrestleWorldCC.com.
Wrestle Kiss.
Yeah, I don't know. Just wait till he gets to that.
Yeah.
So
and the Observer got it for free because they were there. Whoop-de-doo. Right? Like so people get you an actual like an article and a link and like something about good about it. And Darby got clips on YouTube.
Plenty of footage is hit from both weddings, so we'll be taking a look at that. I like seeing I like the Oba. It's not in the video that I got, but Oba lighting a cigar for Wendy Chu. I don't know, something about that made me happy. It was very wholesome, So, but we do have some super chats to get to, so let's jump right in. You and cue me up for $1.99. How long until Darby's wife is a widow? Dark. That's dark, Ewan. Dark.
Yeah, rough.
His wife's a wrestler too, isn't she? Aren't they a wrestling couple?
That's I well his previous girlfriend, like at least the people knew about, was Gigi Dolan from NXT when she was Brazilian. So I'm assuming that he's probably has a type. Most of those guys do.
Yeah, but we'll see. I think if Darby hasn't died yet, I don't know how it's going to happen at this point.
You and how mean.
What's it going to take at this point? That's a good point.
All right. Thank you very much, you. And we got Renosaurus for $5 to quote unquote celebrate Sami Zayn being WWE champion. Bring in Marv so we can yell no with the Guts Berserk theme playing in the background. I don't think Marv will care, honestly, at this point. I think Marv will be like, dude, what? What's
Supergirl bombed.
Yeah, what's
no one cares.
Yeah, was Sami Zayn in Supergirl? I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but there was plenty of Supergirl commercials during Dynamite. Good Lord.
Oh, were there? Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, there was crossover. There was there was people like Harley Cameron. Yeah, and she was in the they had like where they introduced like the longer trailer. It's like, oh, it's a sneak peek on TBS. They had Harley Cameron and somebody else was in there from AEW, and that's they're promoting. Like, oh, here's the sneak peek on TBS, and they show the Supergirl commercial. They did it at least twice, maybe 3 times during Dynamite. It's terrible.
I'm going to say something controversial. I don't think that movie looks very good.
I don't think most of those movies look really that good anymore. And honestly, it's like you hear like one of them, maybe 2 hit anymore. Whereas we're like, for there a while there, every Marvel movie was doing huge and everybody loved it. And now everyone's like, yeah, they're all right.
I have zero interest in superhero movies at this. Same with Star Wars. Superheroes, Star Wars.
Same boat, man. Yeah, I gave up.
All.
There's just too much. There was a point like during the 3rd season or 2nd season of Mandalorian, I tapped out. And after Endgame of Avengers, I'm like, I'm done. I'm out.
Well, yeah,
you got your fill.
Yeah, I just don't have the energy anymore.
It's homework. They just give you homework. Yeah, it's like, okay, so you saw this movie. Now you have to watch this movie. Now you have to read these comics. By the way, you have to watch this show, this TV show, plus this cartoon. Now, this cartoon you don't have to watch, but it'd help if you watch, because the next movie is going to have an after credit sequence that references the third scene of this TV show. It's just like, no, I'm not.
And it was Swerve. Swerve was the other person involved.
Oh, awesome! Yes,
yeah. And it was just, and he acted like he couldn't care less. And Harley Cameron was like happy to be there. Yeah, and the movie looked, and the sneak peek. I watched one of it. I watched it the second time. I'm like, oh, what is this? And I'm with you. I'm like, that was awful. Like they gave you pretty much the entire plot, and the plot looks terrible. It's awful.
Next up, we have another one from Ewan Cumia, this time for $4.99. Dis as Washington. It looks like a face hugger from Alien.
Gold, glum, gold, glum, gold, glum, gold.
Thank you very much, Ewan. I was explaining, Matt, I was like trying to make an Alien reference to Max a couple days ago, and he didn't know what I was talking about. And then I said xenomorph, and he's like, oh, yeah, I know that. It's like, so I can say alien, and you're like, huh, what, who? And, morph, and you're like, oh, yeah, that thing. And you can like draw what it looked like.
Yeah, it's character in video games now.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah. Kids are weird.
Copyright free.
Is it copyright free? I thought that was.
Somebody's getting paid for it. Somebody's getting paid for it.
Thank you very much, Ewan Cumia. We got $4.99 from Andre Adams. He had. You know what? I think Awful, you should read this.
No, you should read it.
It's to me. It's about me. I don't think.
You had better stage your ass on that plastic.
Thank you. The furniture. Has anybody actually been around plastic covered furniture? I see that a lot here, but I don't know how prevalent that is in other places.
My family in New Jersey, there was 2 different couches at 2 different houses. Oh yes. Okay. They were kept nice, and like you weren't supposed to sit on those couches. Those couches were made to kept and look nice, and you weren't supposed to sit on them for whatever reason.
My grandma had a fancy room
that
we couldn't go in, and it had a couch that had plastic on it, and it had her china was in there, and her tea set and all that stuff. Awful. Do you ever have that? You ever have a family member who had a fancy room or a chair?
Yeah, my grandmother had like, it was like plastic laminate.
Oh, really?
over the couch. I mean, and see, here's the thing. Don't lay down with your shirt off on a hot day on those couches, because boy, oh boy.
You better have some long shorts on. Your thighs back in those fuckers. Yeah. No, man, not my grandmother was one of a bunch of children because she's Italian, and her parents came over off the boat, and she had 2 older sisters who lived together, and one was a nun. So that fancy room had like all the Jesus china too, like like where it's like the statue of Mary holding the body of Christ. That statue. It's like they have like a version of that on a table. Like, yeah, you couldn't go in that room. That was that room terrified me as a child, because if you touched anything, it was you were over. And you hurt the gods, dude. I was like, no, I was terrible.
It's like my grandpa. My grandpa had one of those big giant satellite dishes in his backyard, but we could never touch it because it was only used to watch the Nashville network. He only wanted to watch the Nashville network, and he had it placed exactly where it needed to be. So he had this like $5,000 satellite that we couldn't touch. All I could do at my grandpa's house was either go downstairs and just kind of exist in the basement. I could, like, they had a TV I could watch, that had local channels. I could do that, listen to the radio, or in one drawer, he had a Mighty Mouse toy. And us kids found that one time, and man, that Mighty Mouse toy, we played that for about 4 years. That's all we do at my grandpa's house. Besides, obviously, the other option was go out in the woods and get lost, which is usually what we do, if I'm being honest. But thank you very much, Andre Adams. We also have, I think CM came up with this one on Saturday and has been holding on to it. My highlight of this past weekend was seeing King Booker. Anybody get it? Anybody?
I mean, yeah.
Triple H and
he's African Booker T.
Right? Yeah, he's King Booker. So, thank you very much, CM. I appreciate it. And Andre Adams for $4.99. Darby got married at a Wendy's around the corner.
Sir, this is a Wendy's. Why are you kidding, man? Can you get these, sir?
Should we do the wedding first? Should we go into the weddings first, or should we do the? Let's hold off on the weddings.
I was gonna say, I was like, if you want to just jump into them.
No, we got because let's get the business out of the way. Let's talk about we had all this stuff happen here.
Holy cow!
Yep.
Did you watch it, Jake?
I watched some of it. I watched I watched the Monet match was going, and I was like, I don't have the energy anymore. I tried. It was long.
It had like 3 of the greatest matches of all time or something. I know. Alvarez said that if you aren't saying that the Mask versus Mask match was match of the year, then Ospreay versus Swerve obviously is. So I maybe that's something that you could
Ospreay versus Swerve, because I mean they just all went so long, and like they started with the Bucks and then Omega, and it went forever. Like Omega's match went like a half hour, and it's just these matches took forever. They just never ended because he had Shota Umino and Pac. Like, who cares? You know, I mean, Thekla and Starlight Kid. Like, I mean, Thekla's fun on promos, but who cares?
The cage looked cool.
Did it?
Circle? Yeah, the cage looked cool.
Oh, yeah, I saw the pictures of that. Yeah.
That looked pretty cool. Do we have a picture of it up?
The falling over hamster wheel?
I didn't grab a picture of it. I can grab one.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, it wasn't that. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It looked like, you know what it looked like? It looked like an elimination chamber that stopped before they put on the roof or the pods or the thing. You know what I mean? Like,
it's all we can afford. It's all we can afford. We have elimination chamber at home, is what that looked like.
Oh wait, didn't WCW do something like that? Like it was like a battle
That's what
dome
I said.
or something.
Yes, with Scott Steiner, but they put it inside the ring. So
right, yeah.
Small. Yeah.
What about that?
That's what I said too. I said the same thing on Sunday on
so bad, man.
Yeah, it's the same thing I said on Sunday when we were talking about it. Oh my God, that's
I'm looking
great.
at this card. I don't even understand why it's Forbidden Door at this point. I think the gimmick's
Zack
dead.
Sabre Jr. You have the Zack Sabre Jr. and Kenny Omega match. You have Shota Umino and Pac, and then you have Starlight Kid and Thekla. And then I guess the big one is the trios match. It's the Bucks versus the Mystico team from CMLL and then another team from New Japan. So that's your 3-way Forbidden Door. Everything else is same door. But those are your Forbidden Door matches, and they're not marquee matchups. No one's really excited. Like, who cares?
I think it's time to kill the gimmick. I mean,
yes.
when you have working relationships with all these companies, and also when WWE is having matches, they're defending the AAA Cruiserweight title on SmackDown, and they have guys going to TNA. Like, it just doesn't really work anymore. You need to just have it. If you want, I guess if you want to have a pay-per-view called Forbidden Door for some reason, if you can come up with a different reason to label it that, and I don't know. Maybe make a match where there's a door. I don't know, dude. I just say the gimmick's running.
Yeah, you're right. It is. No, and they tried to do it last year. Like, was it last year or the year before where they did it in London, and they tried to do it there. It's like you couldn't. It's not something you can pull off annually when you have all the talents moved over anyway. You can maybe do this every 18 months, but yeah, I think you got to kill it for 2, maybe 3 years, and then try to bring it back. But at this point, it's like, who cares?
Yeah. Especially when you got these guys.
Of course. They won they beat El Sky team of Mystico and Mascara Dorada versus Unbound Co, Shingo Takagi and Titan from New Japan.
The Young Bucks, they need their rub, right? They're getting a little long. So explain what's going on here, Jace.
Oh yes, Thekla unmasked Starlight Kid, and it was a big, that was their big moment of Forbidden Door. She unmasked her, but she apparently nobody knows who her identity is. That was their big moment. These are the things, because I went out and looked up what was important from Forbidden Door, and this is what they told me. Because I'm not watching this. Mercedes Moné won the Owen. She won and retained the Owen, so she can keep walking around with that belt. So she now is going to get a title match for sure at not Forbidden Door, at All In.
Well, unless she pulls an Obafemi. I don't know. Well, maybe Britt Baker will come back, and then
Oba's just got it in his back pocket. He has a title shot when he wants.
That's true.
So.
I will. Yeah,
they've said it that way.
We'll get to it. But yeah, so Mercedes here.
They made it work, I guess.
She got another title again, and
she gets a key because she was the only one who ever walked around with the Owen belt. Everybody else won it wore it on the night and then like gave it back or whatever. Mercedes is like, no, I'm keeping this.
So yeah, we get a big Mercedes and Thekla match.
That's what it seems like,
in.
yeah, because Thecla's been the champion, and Mercedes will finally win the AEW title because technically that's the one belt she hasn't won.
Really, I saw a clip of her from the post show where she was like, they asked her about going around to all the other countries, and she said like, my favorite thing that happened when I went around to the other countries was when all the girls came up to me and told me that they love me and that I'm the reason that that's how
and everybody came up and kissed my ass.
Oh, and then the Bailey thing. Should we talk about the Bailey thing?
The image that she put up, was that from Instagram or was that from Twitter?
It was from Instagram. Someone else posted an image that said like it was an image of her versus Bailey using Bailey's pre-WWE name at Wrestle Dream. And she retweeted it, and because that happened, now it's like everyone's reporting it and stuff. She did this every time Bailey's contract's almost up. Mercedes starts like, going out and saying, "Oh, she's going to AEW." Bailey ain't going nowhere. Bailey is a lifer. Like she has a job in that company.
Right. She's an NXT coach the day she wants to be, or a producer for the women's division. She'll be great at those roles, and an ambassador for the company.
Yeah, like at one point I heard that like she was actually in there with like Cody and Seth in terms of people who they're looking at for the next generation of creative or management or whatever. So I don't think Bailey's going to run over to AEW, but Mercedes won. Thank God. That's what we needed. Kenny, this guy, that doesn't even look like Kenny Omega anymore.
Yeah, look how
him.
terrible he looks.
God damn.
Sideshow Kenny over here. Look how pale he is compared to the referee. Look at that. And that's the winner. And he faced Zack Sabre Jr., who has a worse physique. And that was the big dream match because Zack Sabre Jr. is the big star in New Japan.
If anybody has an argument against elbow pads, this is why you need elbow pads in wrestling. This is why. Seriously. It's a visual look that improves exponentially.
Oh, I thought you were talking. I thought you meant because he got elbowed in the face so many times that he has a flat face.
No, dude, look at that.
He looks like the guys we watched in the corner. Like if he shaved his head, and he was on DIA this weekend in the corner of our screen. Like he looks like a window licker. That's what I'll say.
The chat's killing me. Matthew Hostetter, the corpse of Kenny. He looks like DDP if DDP didn't do yoga. Lucy's killing. You guys are killing me.
Here's the ring. Here's,
so this is how the cage went around the ring. Yeah. So yeah, you're right though. It looked like half an elimination chamber. Like we want the elimination chamber. Well, we have elimination chamber at home, and you got this.
I like how Takeshita kind of like. I don't know. Everyone looks weird in this. This is weird. It looks like a play set. It looks like a toy set. I don't know. Dude, what about
Kyle O'Reilly? Look how pale he is compared to his blood too. Like just Jesus, Kyle. And there's so much blood and like I don't know.
Mark Marrow. That's what I was thinking. Takeshita looks like he's Johnny B. Bad in this picture. Like
Mark Marrow. Oh, before Sable ended his career.
Looks like
man.
Okay. So and then of course you
Ospreay won.
Will Ospreay. Yeah. Look at that face.
Like setting up what we all have known. Ospreay's gonna win the title at All In London. Like duh.
This match, see, I happened to see this whole pay-per-view.
Okay.
Oh wow.
This match.
Why weren't you talking then? What am I doing?
Yeah, I know, right? I watched like half of it. I gave up during the Mercedes match. Like I watched the beginning. I made some food and missed the Shota Umino and Pac match, and then I came back and once Mercedes and Maya World went 20 plus minutes, I gave up. So what did you?
I might have said it before. But this pay-per-view, along with so many goddamn other pay-per-views, no one's aggressive. Every match there is like this theater, this coffee house theater segment that goes on in each and every match. No one's really angry with each other. There was a point in this Will Ospreay match and Strickland match where these guys are beating the hell out of each other. They both get back in the ring and they do a standoff and they start talking shit against each other again. This is at the 25-minute mark. And it's like they're all they're talking shit, And the only time they really show aggression is in the heart of their move that they're trying to execute. When they get up, they don't work properly. They don't sell properly. They're getting ready for the next move. This happened in every match. Oh, there was probably 3 or 4 collar and elbow tie-ups in this entire fucking pay-per-view. In the Will Ospreay match, I see I'm giving up my awful autopsy information. I was going to do a little video on this thing. But anyway, there are over 10 false finishes in 5 minutes versus in the Will Ospreay Swerve Strickland match. The Death Riders came out for no goddamn good reason. For about 30 minutes, it was complete. It was Ospreay
Strickland. Yeah, but the Death Riders put Ospreay out of commission last year. They're the ones who made him gone for 12 months or however long he was gone.
9. It was 9.
Yeah. And now he came back and they had a match. He's like, okay, we're cool now. I'm a good guy. Oh, okay, cool. And then they do this. Like,
no, they're not angry enough.
They had a segment on Collision.
Yeah.
They're not angry enough. So check it. After the match was over, Will Ospreay walks. They're both bleeding like stuck fucking pigs, by the way. Swerve Strickland is just bleeding from head to toe. At the very end of the match, Will Ospreay goes over to Swerve Strickland as he's on his knees or whatever, and they talk. They talk for, I don't know what the fuck is said because I kind of had that portion on mute, but I was just like, what are they doing? They didn't shake hands or anything. And then Will Ospreay goes back celebrating. They can never resolve their like. I can't. I can express it. I don't really give up that much tape, but yeah, they're just not angry enough. So the whole thing looks like theater.
But you could say that about the Death Riders just in general. They're around here for no good goddamn reason. Like, what have the Death Riders done in this year and a half they've been around? They've just been awful and just worthless.
No, it's almost like they shot themselves into this storyline because they knew Will Ospreay was definitely going to headline All In. I could hear Moxley 6 months ago, like, we hook him up with us. I mean, his star will definitely
we'll
rise.
Make him tougher than he's ever been. That's the whole gimmick, is they're toughening him up and making this. Yeah, he doesn't like them. He's not friends with them, but they're his training partners because they're making him as strong as he's ever been.
Then they try. Here's the worst of it. They try to do the neck sell. They try to do like, oh, his neck is hurt. That lasted for all about 5 minutes.
Then you
forgot all about
it. They do. Yep. Did they bring the doctor out again or no?
No doctor.
Because they've been doing
that would have been too on the nose.
Did that, when he first came back, they did that a few times, and I think that's the story. That's the storyline they've been teaching, is that his neck was in trouble, but because he's been training with the Death Riders, it's not, and so he's gonna be this great babyface win that he's gonna overcome everything and beat MJF, the big star badass guy. Yeah, it makes sense for All In. If you're gonna do that match at Wembley, you might as well have MJF versus Ospreay and take a swing and get as many damn tickets as you can get your hands on. Right? I don't think they're gonna sell that many tickets.
These guys don't know how to string moves together. It was just like, oh, here's this spot, it's coming up.
That's all.
Here's this spot, it's coming up.
Yeah, and that's why when they say like, oh, they tell their stories in the ring, like, no, they don't. They just do moves and spots. And spots, and that's not a story. Like, you're not, everything's like, oh, he's overcoming. Like, there are more stories that can be told. You have to tell, of certain things of where you're trying to get to somebody's arm or whatever you want to do, and get there logically within the story of the match, as opposed to just, all right, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this.
Right.
You're gonna take a breath, and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. And
that Bushido fighting style is horseshit, by the way. I'm so tired of these guys getting up to their feet, slow as molasses, and then all of a sudden they want to sprint 90 miles an hour towards each other. That shit is for the fucking birds. And stop throwing forearms, start throwing more punches, please. Goddamn, like the forearms versus the punches. There's just something about it. There's something about AEW. It's just like, it's still too friendly. We still got to be friends at the end of this match. There will be no blood. There will only be a blood feud in the body of the match. There will not be some sort of like chicanery going on after the match or some backstage shit where Swerve has had it and attacks. There's nothing like that. All issues are resolved in the wrestling ring. And in 2026,
and we're all still best of friends.
We're all still best of friends, and when we see each other in the locker room 4 or 5 weeks from now, the most we'll do is stare at each other.
Okay, Jake, I think I got this mic thing. You
all right.
Take over for a few minutes.
All right. I got you. Yeah. No, we're
move
good.
on.
I got it.
I mean, you don't have to move on.
We're good. No.
You know what? I trust you.
I got you. No, go. Well, it's because Ospreay won, and his wife came out.
Oh yeah, this.
Yeah, because he got married too. So we had 3 wrestling weddings in the span of like a week. Still don't understand how that happened, but
I don't get this. I didn't get this whole match. I didn't get I really endured. I really endured watching this shit. But I also wanted to be sure, like, what I had always believed about AEW was still true. And it still is. Like, it's very theater. Like, you don't get the sense that anybody is truly angry with each other. They're all trying to grow the company. I don't know. Like, I think that sentiment with wrestling companies and like this whole ECW, like we are a tribe type of thing, I think that shit's for the birds. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that the corporate fucking soulless world of WWE is the thing, is the way to go, but at the same time, there's no NWA-ness about any of this. There's no AWA-ness where it's just like gritty. Like I said during one of the matches, I can't remember. Oh, probably the MJF match. I said,
the team fiasco.
Yeah, I was just like, at some point, maybe I'm an old school guy. Maybe dim the lights, put a spotlight, darken the crowd, get that blue haze out of the way. Just really make it look gritty if you're trying to make it look. But I guess if you're pulling out fucking orange slices in the middle of the match, we're not going to be all that serious to begin with.
And Nintendos, they pulled out a Nintendo. Yeah,
it was just
and
of course, what was on the line? What was the end result? So they just overcome
for Mark Briscoe. With Team Briscoe winning, Mark Briscoe now gets a title shot, probably at this random Montreal pay-per-view they're doing at the end of July. Redemption or
But what does Orange Cassidy get? What does Darby Allin get?
They got to fight the idiots on the other team.
Oh
they
my
hate them.
God. So there was nothing at stake for those guys. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's nothing at stake for these guys. We're buddies with Briscoe, so we're just gonna go in there and help them out.
Yeah, well, because they're the conglomeration. That's the group. It's
if you
Orange Cassidy.
If you didn't miss it, or excuse me, if you did miss it, I'm sorry. Andrade turned on MJF. Yeah, no, I had a picture of that. I'm not sure if he put it up or not. Oh yeah, the Kishota Umino one. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Yeah.
Where he turned. He had a shirt ready made to turn on them in the match.
I said, what did I do?
He's like That's great. That's great. No, he's like a soccer player who's got it written under his shirt when he scores a goal and pulls his shirt up when he runs and he scores a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus,
and I mean, this has been building for literal months, and like, they haven't even been like teasing it the last couple of weeks. They've like been having it almost happen, and then Don Callis stops it. So you knew this was going to happen because that's how Tony books. He either runs through a storyline in 2 fucking weeks, when you could have taken months, or he does like a 6 week to 8 week storyline in 5.5 to 10 months. This has been going on forever with Andrade.
Well, here's the thing.
Finally, a baby face now with his OF girls.
I noticed they had the ultra pantomime this entire segment between MJF and Andrade because, of course, you can't really see in the fucking cage if you're an audience member. So turn that. What's up?
No, I'm sorry. Apparently I was wrong. People are telling me in the chat that it's Briscoe and MJF is tomorrow night on Dynamite. Thank you guys for telling me. Yeah,
they really need to telegraph that a little bit.
I have to shout out to everybody in the chat. This is why I love the chat. Please correct us. I want to be I didn't realize.
Not me. No. Don't correct me. Speak for yourself, Jake. I don't want to be corrected.
No. But so never mind. So you don't have a match that you set up for this extra pay-per-view that you have on July 20. What is it? It's July 26th. They're doing the pay-per-view in Montreal at the Bell Center for some reason. They're doing some sort of they're doing that. That's the but they're not. I don't know why, but that's what they're doing. They're having the pay-per-view in Montreal on the 20th. But now what's your main event of that? You had a main event built in right there with Briscoe and MJF, but okay.
Yeah,
So do you believe that Briscoe's going to take it tomorrow?
No, because you have to, because it's all about All In at the end of August. All In is what, the 31st of August or what? Yeah, or the 30th of August. Yeah, you have to. That match is your whole company is based on that match right now. Whatever the main event of All In is, which is going to be Will Ospreay for whomever has the title. That's got to be MJF. Like it can't be anybody else.
It could be Kenny,
I guess, but
if they can get the title on Kenny.
Yeah. And then that's like a student teacher thing, I guess. But yeah, you're right. I thought they were going to do that with Kenny being the person that he beat in the Owen, where he just beat Swerve. And I thought it was going to be like Kenny was going to give him the pass that way. But I don't know.
Tony
but they have
doesn't
this
have to
pay-per-view in a couple of weeks to figure it out in 4 weeks.
Tony doesn't have to be this convoluted. If we knew that Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega was going to headline All In, right towards that. What is all this, MJF and Jay Briscoe and this whole thing with the Death Riders? Like, keep this thing as simple as fucking possible, and you'll get a maximum return. But as it stands now, way too convoluted for my taste.
Yeah, it's Mark Briscoe, but yeah, no, and people are saying like
Mark Briscoe. Jesus
Mark
Christ,
Briscoe wins tomorrow. People are saying Mark Briscoe wins tomorrow, and then Kenny wins in July, which then you only have a 1 month build of Ospreay and Kenny. I feel like you can have MJF defend and keep the title, and then him and Ospreay can be like ships passing backstage or whatever, and your build to that because. Having a 2 month build to that just sounds smart, but they've got this pay-per-view in July now. I don't know why.
But this thing is not about a build, right? They don't care about build. They don't care about story. Like,
yeah,
that's the thing about AEW, and that's really my disconnect. Say what I'll go on and on about the storylines being dumb or whatever, but my main disconnect with AEW is that I like wrestling, but I like wrestling as a whole. I like everything that is involved with wrestling, and I think they complement each other. AEW, it just is like let's do 4 weeks of TV so that we can put on 12 banger matches one Sunday that people will watch. And I understand that there are people out there that's all they want. They just want to see those great matches. And
yeah, but there's not enough of them.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like without a reason for them, wrestling's already fake, right? So without a reason for what you're doing, it's ballet at that point,
Yeah,
I just can't get into that.
You got to have a reason for it. The story's got to be told. Yeah.
You want season 1 to bleed into season 2, and you want to have their connectivity to it. Same thing with wrestling. Same thing with anything that's good. In entertainment, as long as there's connective tissue and there's a through line through it all,
Yeah, it doesn't have to be
very simple to do.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be complicated,
Yeah, you don't have to always go for like crazy spots and ridiculous comebacks and stuff. But yeah, no, I want stories. I want it all told with the great storyline with it. That's what I'm looking for.
Speaking of ridiculous comebacks, I gotta say, people are sleeping on this. Okay. But Apollo Crews debuted in TNA on Sunday.
Okay.
And that was before his no-compete clause was up.
All right.
The whole thing was.
Are we sure about that? Because we're looking at him.
It hasn't really been explained. Did WWE let them bend the rules with the no-compete? Because the no-compete should have taken them well into July. So I don't know if they bent the rules or if maybe Apollo's contract was just up all the way.
I was going to say, if it's one of those things where it's a complete non-renewal, there is no 90 days with that. The 90 days only exist if you're physically released.
But like everyone, when he got released, all the sheets reported like, it'll be 90 days before and here we are. It was almost just a little over 60. And here is Apollo Crews debuting in TNA. It also could be just they said it's fine. We don't give a shit. You're cool,
right?
Or it could be he had a 60-day,
he might have been under
clause.
It might have been an NXT contract because NXT
those
contracts
are 30.
Are 60. They're 30. Yeah,
they're 30. Those are 30.
So, and he was in, I mean, he wasn't in NXT at the end, but he was in NXT pretty close to the end of when he was in WWE. So maybe that's possible. Or like, I don't know, but this is what people show. Why aren't people reporting on this? Why isn't this, answer this question.
No.
The reason they aren't is because they have to admit they were wrong.
Yeah,
right.
And it never came across my newsfeed. You sent me a text like get Apollo in TNA. I'm like, oh shit, Apollo Crews
Kevin
in
Apollo?
TNA. No, I unfortunately didn't. I was like, that would have been a better no. But I was like, wait, what? And I watched the video, but I'm like, good for him. Yeah. Ooh-ha Nation. Yeah, he was happy.
That was his indie name.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I think it's like part of his middle name or something.
Sure,
like
why not?
Yeah. It's his last name. His last name is Ua. That's his last name. Yeah.
He lost to Muhammad Hassan.
What's his name? Mustafa Ali.
Mustafa Ali.
Yeah.
No, you got the Hardys. Now, this I do find interesting too. You got the Hardys winning the titles back. Or did they have the titles already?
Who knows?
No, I think they won them back. I do.
So
no, because the system had them. No,
I think this is a AAA thing. I think this is a AAA thing. I think that because the War Raiders are doing that gimmick where they're saying they'll take on anyone at any time, blah, 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 and they're kind of showing up at all the shows. You get the Hardys in there. And they have the big. Is it Triple Mania? Is that what's the next big AAA show that's coming?
Yeah, Triple Mania, September 11th and 13th.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that this is going to lead to some. I don't know if it's going to be them versus the War Raiders or them versus War Raiders and someone else, but I get the feeling that is where this is going. And then Mike Santana, of course, lost the title to Nick Nemeth because Mike Santana is going to WWE. I mean you heard it here first, folks. You heard it here.
Yeah,
a year and a half ago from Nick Piccolo.
Yeah, right. Yeah, when his contract was ending, that was pretty much yeah. Yeah.
Remember that? Do you remember that awful when Nick Piccolo showed up in the chat and the one thing he dropped was like Mike Santana is going to be in WWE soon, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that was a year and a half ago. But hey, better late than never, right? He's
exactly
he's going there. He'll be in. And he won the title he lost his title to Dolph, so that's where they're going.
Yeah,
cool looking belt, by the way.
It is. They have a great looking belt, actually.
Yeah, cool looking belt.
And Nemeth is a good person for them to like have it to where they want to go. He's a good transitional champion.
Yeah, absolutely. Or actually for TNA, it's a good champion, period.
Right. Yeah, no, exactly. It works. Like you can have it work and then you can build whatever storyline you want to build into. You can make it.
I want to warn people real quick about TNA. I like Delirious. Okay. I like him, but you guys better hope that, Road Dogg shows up, because if he doesn't, TNA is going to get really weird coming up soon. If Delirious left to his own devices is going to do some really, really weird stuff.
Get weird.
Okay? Like Delirious was always a guy that was good to like give ideas or like organize a show. He learned under Cornette, so he gets but like unfiltered, just left to his, that guy can come up with some really, really weird stuff.
I talk about it all the time with like Tony Khan and like his booking stuff. Like you need somebody who's an ideas person and like talks about the big picture and stuff, but then you need somebody who can like get you there week to week. And that's what Tony Khan doesn't do, is he just books and gets to matches that he wants and certain things, but there's not enough storyline to get behind it. And you just never get that into it. That's where like when Vince McMahon was at his peak, he was the big idea guy. And then he had people like Pat Patterson, Bruce Pritchard, Vince Russo for a bit, and Jim Cornette, but like usually Patterson and Pritchard were pretty much the guys that were able to book it week to week and get you there and make it work and make sense. And so that's where I see, Delirious needs somebody to come in there and fill in those blanks, and otherwise you're going to get a lot of weird shit.
Well, it's Delirious is weird because I anytime that he's been left to just fend for himself, it just gets there's. Like
for himself,
it get like multiple dimensions, and he's a weird guy, but he can format a show. I can tell you that much.
There's all of a sudden TNA multiverse. Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Like, yeah, he's
See, this is where I got lost with the Marvel movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then we also have everything that happened in WWE. So they announced. Well, it's not announced, but we knew that.
The commercial was either right before or during Night of Champions, where it's the commercial for Saturday Night's Main Event that's literally all based on around Danhausen being a part of Saturday Night's Main Event.
Well, they're in New York. I mean, that's
so he's going to be part of the Fanatics Fest and something at that show.
It's going to be really funny when Danhausen draws more people at Fanatics Fest than like John Cena.
Yeah, and he's going to do so well in New York. It's going to be insane.
You know what's crazy about this guy? With everything that's going on right now, I looked on today. He's doing cameos again. Like in the middle of all of this, he's doing cameos for $250 for 40 seconds. $250. He sold like 400 of them.
You know what to do, chat. You know what to do.
I respect that hustle, man. Like
I
this
was
guy
gonna
gets
say,
it.
I was just gonna say, yeah, he understands it. This is probably a limited time, dude.
Yep,
Milk what you can.
Short
Get
time
it
here.
all.
Let's make all the money I can. Let's do it
Get
as fast
every
as possible.
time.
Totally gets it, and I respect that. I respect
the hustle. No, I always liked the guy. I liked him before I always said before AEW. I found him on the internet. And I remember like one of my best friends, the guy, my buddy Brian, who I always go to shows with. I remember sending him, "Have you heard of Danhausen?" No. I'm like, "I just found your new favorite wrestler," and I sent him like his page and stuff. And like Brian like went and did a meet and greet with Danhausen. He's a big fan and has watched this whole thing grow. It's been amazing. Like you can't. You have to respect it because he's been the same character the whole time when he's been allowed to be.
I was showing Max. Max wanted to see some of his old stuff, so I was showing, and I think one of the things AEW really messed up with is that they had him be like no one took him seriously, right? Like it was like Hook would bully him, and he did that Chris Van Vliet interview without the makeup on.
Yeah,
and like it's just like you gotta if you're gonna have Danhausen, you have to just let him be Danhausen.
And it would start.
You can't have Hook beating him up backstage or people being like you're just a nerd and like it doesn't work like that. Like you have to do it. You have to buy into it. You have to have everyone kind of buy into the thing. For it to work at all. And
this is the Santino Fandango script. Yep.
R-Truth. Yeah.
You let Danhausen go for a minute, but then you guide him. You have him do these things, these types of things. I have some advice for Danhausen if you're out there listening, because I think this is a perfect opportunity to do such a thing. Start working out. Don't show your body on camera. Do this whole, vampire cape thing.
But he wrestles. He wrestles like pretty much every other week.
Well, then
he's
never
not.
mind.
I mean, he's wrestled 4 matches.
Well, start getting a frame.
More than that.
Start lifting some heavy weights and start looking like
he doesn't look bad. He looks better. He looks better than Zack Sabre Jr. Like with his body.
That's true. I'll say that. I think he looks like more wrestler than Ricky Starks.
Okay.
Yeah, he does. He's more built. Like he's not big, but he's cut. Like he's got decent tattoos and like he makes it work.
You're in the big leagues now. They still have those same basic,
haven't been bad. He's really been fine. Like the thing is, like
really,
yeah, he hasn't been bad. They've been silly on parts
they're
of it,
silly.
but most
They're silly. They're supposed to be silly.
Yeah, like he's supposed to be able to curse people. Like they go up to the top rope and they get sparked by like the cane fire.
The only reason I disagree with you, the only reason is because I never want to see Danhausen win a title or be a real wrestler.
Yeah,
like no, but you do want him to have, hey, listen, when you make those action figures, do they have like a toothpick rail thin mold for Danhausen, or are they going to give him some like musculature?
No,
that's my terrible argument.
I think that ideally, to me, Danhausen will move into a manager who takes bumps role. Right. That's what I like, a Paul Bearer type or a Paul, like that. If he's going to stick around, I don't even know if he's going to stick around. I could see him end up having a TV. Here's what Danhausen is right now. And I didn't even realize this until Max started showing it to me. Danhausen is basically this thread that goes through all the WWE storylines and makes content for them online.
Yes.
Danhausen gets Charlotte online. Danhausen gets Bailey online. Danhausen gets these people online to actually like get hits and get views. And then those people get their storylines over because people are tuning in to watch Danhausen, but they're getting a little bit of whatever their storyline is in the process. So it's like, it's this weird ongoing sitcom. 90% of Danhausen you don't see on TV. He's doing YouTube
Great.
shorts. He's doing videos. Yeah, that's what he's for. That's what he's there for.
And when he is on TV, it's very short.
Very
it's
short.
less than 5 minutes. It's very quick. Yeah, no, it's very short. Like, I got a VPN situation. I was able to get like the raw Netflix without commercials, and he's on a few of those spots. And they'll like in the 3-minute break before something, he comes out with the t-shirt gun and talks to the fans and stuff, which is great for like the international audience. Like the Danhausen's proof that the writing staff now, like, yes, they script everything, but they get with the wrestlers and let them say the lines the way they would want to say them. You can, because they've tell, like, you can say, here's what they're going to do with you. We're going to put you on the shows. We're going to try it out. You're going to just sell you, because he's the same guy he's always been. He's making the same jokes and talking the same way and doing the same shtick. It's just gotten over. It's insane.
He's basically a mascot, right? Like, that's kind of
he's the definition. Yeah.
You know,
and he's gotten over
I
with
like
the whole
what's-
city in New York, so you might as well have a whole party for him for that week in New York. I'm excited to see him do this. It's gonna be fun.
what are you saying,
I like what Slono might said. Danhausen will be an authority figure. Now, if you tie that in nicely with what you were saying earlier about, like, he brings people into interest,
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe have him become the authority figure
Like a Penny
for
Long.
Evolve.
Well,
NXT.
SmackDown might need somebody as we get through the pictures. SmackDown might have a situation where there's going to be an opening for general manager. So we'll talk about that. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
We had Night of
Champions. Yeah.
We've all gone over this.
Yeah, I mean,
actually, you know what? Real quick. Okay, you know, we'll do it here in a second when we get there. So you had Oba destroy Jay, which is at 1,000% the right move.
Yeah, like this is basically a squash match, and good
Just
for Oba and good
destroyed
for
him.
Jay. This is good.
Standing over him.
Yeah. I mean,
with
they
the
love
crown.
that. Yeah.
You know what? Another touch that they did, they didn't have Oba wear the crown on Raw, and I like that.
Yeah, he just carries it around like it's a trophy. Like,
Right, because he doesn't want to look like a cartoon. You know what I mean? Like, you put the crown on, you look kind of, it says something, and not wearing the crown, I think, is the right move with Oba. So then we had Danhausen curse Liv. Now this is because Dave Meltzer. Okay, we'll do. We haven't done this in a while, so we'll pull.
We haven't done this in a while.
We haven't done any Dave stuff in a while.
I love it. Let's go.
So I need to pull that up. All right, so Mr. Meltzer here. I actually kind of understand his point about the Danhausen segment, and I'll let him say it. But then it just goes on and trails. So I'm gonna let you guys listen to this because I think it's the best nerd argument I've heard in a long time.
Didn't like him cursing Liv Morgan because at this stage of the game,
Let's go back to the beginning.
I really didn't like him cursing Liv Morgan because at this stage of the game, because they're trying to get this curse thing so over and him so over, the minute he cursed Liv Morgan, it's like, oh, Io's winning. And I don't really think that we needed that.
I just love that. Like, this is why I try not to get too deep into, like, our news and views. Like, he's sitting here stretching out this conversation. Personally, I think that Danhausen's curse is hurting the Liv Morgan Io Sky feud because, like, come on, dude. Are you really?
This is oh god. Okay.
To be fair to Dave, it is absolutely 1,000% correct. When he did that cursing, it was just like,
yeah.
All right. Well, way to telegraph it.
That's what I said. Yes, I do agree that it did give away the ending, and I do understand what he said. I get it,
right.
And if that's where he left it, no problem. There's 2 minutes left in this video.
I was gonna say, Dave, leave it. That's not like Dave.
Yeah, that was 14 seconds in. You made your point. If you want to move on, if you want to make that point, no problem. But let's see where this goes here.
Because it was like, there was no way that Liv Morgan was going to win, and they gave it away.
Well, that's exactly what happened. She slapped him. Tell me about this money thing.
What about it?
Well, how did the money get to Danhausen? How did he steal it? Who brought the money?
They paid him to curse him. He didn't, and they wanted their money back because he didn't curse.
Did they bring a briefcase of money? What'd they do?
I don't know.
Exactly. They should have put the video on, for crying out loud. It was a minute.
It doesn't matter.
1 minute.
They explained it.
Listen, if it's going to be on 3 straight shows, give me a damn video.
It was explained.
Give me a video.
Not even halfway through this video, they continue arguing about this for quite a while now.
All right.
They did the same thing with Will Ospreay and Collision, so at least they're consistent.
Right. Yeah. Okay. That's true. That's true. Yeah.
I'll give them that.
The thing that I actually kind of agree with Dave on this. They did spend almost too much time explaining this before it happened. You know what I mean? Like if you have to listen though, and I get like awful. I don't think I'm breaking kayfabe here or anything. You don't typically listen to shows while you're watching them, from what I've noticed with you. You're interested in the crowd noises, you're interested in the action, but not too much on commentary.
No, not really, no.
Yeah. So
no, not really. No.
But Max is that way too. Max does not care about commentary. Now, me on the other hand, I love commentary. So I zone in on the commentary. So for me, I'm listening. I totally agree with Dave. If they would have gone on any longer about that, about them giving the money and stuff, and not to mention that they had already run it about 9 times on the pre-show. So that might have had something to do with why I was like, I don't need to see that again, But so I see this feels like Brian trolling Dave a bit, but
it's elementary.
It's not
video
elementary.
package.
They already explained it. Once they explain it, you don't have to keep. This is
TNA level here. Remember when they explained that, like, who was the lady?
God, no.
Remember AJ?
That's a really bad comparison, because TNA storylines that he's talking about had like 9 layers deep. Like it was like you had to know lore involved.
You had to read the books.
Yeah, there were like demons involved, and you had to know about past lives, and like this is a bad example on Brian's
I just
part.
loved it when Dave hears TNA. You hear, oh god,
Yeah,
like Dave just hates TNA so
he
much.
hates TNA so much.
He just
He had like a girlfriend.
I don't even want to hear this.
What was her name?
Once they explained it, it's
What was her
explained.
name?
You don't. I don't even
want to
care.
even hear
Once they
TNA.
explained it, it's.
But okay, and here's,
I don't even care.
Here's another thing on in Dave's defense here, which I can't believe I just made that sentence.
What is he wearing? A Sharks jersey? Okay.
Yeah. But another thing in Dave's defense here is that you really don't need to know the backstory here. All you need to know is that Danhausen came out when Liv Morgan was supposed to come out, and then Liv Morgan came out and slapped him, and then Danhausen cursed her.
And they did have a segment with the Judgment Day that started with Dom. It started with the girls, and Dom and JD walked in saying that they had given Danhausen money to curse them.
Right. Yeah.
So they did. So that did they did say that on TV beyond just being explained by commentary.
But it keeps. We are not halfway through.
Explain. You don't have to keep hitting people over the head. Oh, let's show the video 16 times.
Nah,
It's like,
show it once.
Once you say it, you've said it. You've said it. It's already been explained.
One time.
This is like a total non-issue.
No.
If they had never said it, what are they talking about? It's like, no.
I do love Brian trolling.
Yeah.
So anyway, hopefully they have that video on Raw. But Liv and Io faced each other in the Queen of the Ring.
Now it's old news. In fact, putting it
actually it's not, because it's still in the storyline. He cursed her because they haven't got the money back, and then she lost. So this will be a main story on Raw. Liv has been cursed, and that's why she lost.
Yeah,
and she's going to be begging for the curse to be lifted.
Good.
More money's going to be involved.
Look at those bags.
Well, I don't know about that, but the whole point is if that. So that,
look at
as
that
far as
head.
that goes, that's just going to be. They
can
can show the thing that happened here. They can show the curse thing on
Dave Meltzer's face looks like it's been stomped with a Timberland boot.
It does.
Look how far back you can see his hair, or his head. Like you can see his head all the way to that fucking.
He's got edges now.
Yeah, like there's a clear middle through there. Like if that got wet, or you're like in an upper angle, like he'd be bald. Like he has not gotten a actual haircut in years. Like it's whatever's left, that is it. I'm just gonna keep dyeing it.
I love this Tard fight, though. We're gonna finish it up.
Oh
here.
yeah, no, they're just
explained.
It's already
They don't need
whatever.
to show. It's been explained.
nitpicking
Liv and Io for the
whatever.
Queen of the Ring.
You know,
They
I
had-
mean, I will say this: if they're
Yeah,
gonna,
I will
if they're
say
gonna
this.
have
He's
Dan
still
Housen
on
be
it!
like this main character
left
against
it.
Judgment Day, that really devalues Judgment Day a lot.
He's not the main character against Judgment Day.
You see that? You see how he like created that scenario and was just like, that would really fuck up Judgment Day.
Exactly. Yeah,
Well, how do you know?
Yeah, you know what would be terrible for Judgment Day if this thing that I made up in my head happens, and then that would.
Yeah.
I mean, that's usually how that works for those types of people. I mean, that's the internet though. If it's not my fantasy booking, then it's wrong.
Dom's winning
And
Money in the
it's-
Bank, right? That makes sense, right?
I mean, that would make a lot of sense. I could see that, especially too, since now I think Money in the Bank is in October.
I thought it was September.
No,
Oh,
it was
October.
going to
You're
be in
right.
September. No, they
it's
moved
October.
it. It was.
Yeah,
No, you're
October,
right.
yeah.
Now it's gonna. Now that's gonna. That what was gonna be that show is now that Sunday night's main event in Atlanta. That was
Right.
gonna be. That's when they said was gonna be it, but they moved it. Dom will have lost the Mega Championship by then, so I think it's perfect because
Yeah.
he's gonna lose the Mega Championship at Triple Mania to El Grande Americano. That's
So Io
that's like
won,
Will Ospreay winning. Like you have to have that happen.
Io won, and she immediately
Yep.
challenged Liv because that's what you got to do since Rhea's injured. You can't tease something.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do that, then everyone on the like all the simps out there
Yeah.
are going to be like, "Oh my gosh, we're getting Io versus Rhea," and it's like, no, we are not. That will not happen. And we
Yep,
need to make
you're
that
right.
very clear now.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Get that out of your mind. Not even letting it
Um,
get in. That's smart. That's smart.
So Braun and Seth.
I love that
obviously-
shot of Braun. That shot
Yeah.
of Braun Breaker is great. It's
Obviously,
just such a
now
good
we
shot.
understand why Seth beat Braun. Seth is going for the Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels match here, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
You had Trick versus Ricky, which I actually thought was a pretty good match. I thought it was.
Yeah. They
you
worked
know.
well together. And I mean, Little Yachty is just great with Trick. Like, this
Yeah.
is insane how well this has worked out. And if he's going to Saudi on trips, like, he's signed some sort of contract with WWE, and I'm happy about that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's great. I mean, he's great. Oh yeah, and then you had Charlotte getting involved to make sure Jade didn't win the U.S. title. That made
Right.
sense, and that kind of leads to where you're gonna have so now depending on what you do with Rhea, maybe you have, I don't know, but I feel like you can have Charlotte and Jade as a match that doesn't need a title at SummerSlam.
Right.
That's right. Like that just seems like right there.
Absolutely. And then of course you have Sammy.
Yeah.
Now we talked about this on This Is Awful, and with all my Sammy talk lately, I know people are expecting me to crash out.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. People were expecting the
But
worst.
this is one of those things. I think the best way to explain it is like my parents told me, and if you have any kids in the room right now, cover their ears. My parents gave me the Santa spoiler when I was 11, right? But I already knew. You know what I mean? Like you just
Yeah.
know, and you don't want to face it, you don't want to believe it, but and then. There's just when your parents when they finally broke the news, it was like, oh, okay, yeah, I kind of knew already. That's how it is with Sami Zayn winning the title. It's like I didn't want Sami to win the title, but I kind of knew it was going to happen at some point.
Right.
So
It made the most sense
okay.
this time. Yeah.
You got so I prepared myself for it. I was ready for it, and I can't I told Awful. If he has that belt one day after SummerSlam, if you want to hear a crash out, tune in to whatever our show is after SummerSlam. If Sami has the title, and that's when you'll hear my crash. But
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
give him. I guess I get it for now. I don't know, especially because you have Jake now. You have Jay and Jacob arguing about who's going to beat Sami for the title.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you move. Okay, so you want to explain what happened here, Jake?
Yeah, so this happened after the show, and then they made sure to show it on Raw. But Gunther crashes out. Speaking of crashing out, and he crashes out at Nick Aldis, and he's like, "Yeah, you're jealous. You would love to be in my position. You're jealous. You're a failed wrestler. You have failed. You're miserable." Curses at him, and like it ends with Nick Aldis like fully bulking out. So it seems like Aldis versus Gunther at SummerSlam might happen. So that back to the Danhausen being in a position of power, I could easily see Danhausen sneaking in and being the GM of SmackDown.
All this was they did say that Adam Pearce was he is the the temporary manager for SmackDown, the interim manager for SmackDown, general manager.
Okay, yeah, he's done both before, but yeah, I could just see somehow that, and that'd be a perfect storyline for Danhausen to be involved in, that's how Danhausen gets himself a match at Saturday Night's Main Event in New York. You just gotta have a match there.
I'm just excited about seeing Gunther versus Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis is a great actor or great wrestler. I read Brad's message in the chat and said what he said. But Aldis is a great wrestler. And him and Gunther, I'm sure I know they're friends, so it'll be nice.
And it's one of those things where like Pierce is in shape, but you can tell Pierce is done. Like Pierce is retired and doesn't want to wrestle anymore. Nick Aldis has stayed like in wrestling shape and been like had his gear with him ready to go. Like he's still in wrestler mode.
Wears his tights underneath that suit.
Yeah, and you can see that like he wears his shirts as tight as he can, so you can always see. And like, you know, like Pierce doesn't mind, like, you know how the WWE frames people and like to make the wrestlers look taller. Pierce is like, he'll stand with his legs out little. Aldis is like, no, I'm up here, like no chance. He wears those extra medium sized shirts to make sure.
Pierce partially part of the reason that he retired was he had a bad neck. So,
right? No, yeah, and Pierce is a little bit older and he wrestled longer, and like because Aldis kind of got into it late, and you know Aldis is. I don't even think Aldis is 40 yet. I think he's like just about to be 40. Like, no, he's coming in. Like he took this job retired. Right, exactly, and hasn't retired. As where Pierce has like said multiple times, I'm good. I'm done. So this is good. I'm glad because you could tell Nick Aldis wants this. So I'm all for it.
Yeah. So you had Oba come out, like I said, holding the title, and then Brock came in, low blowed him, F5'd him, and then Oba got up,
challenged him.
Yeah, Oba got up and said he challenged him to Hell in a Cell.
Oba challenges to the match at SummerSlam. Right. Brock comes back and says it's going to be Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, I'll admit I don't love the I'm foregoing my title shot for a different match story. I never did, but if there's anyone that it makes sense to do it against it's Brock Lesnar. I would have rather the excuse me, our own Brad Becker on Saturday said that Brock should beat
Brad
Sammy
the Brain Becker.
Yeah. Have Lesnar be like he wants the match with Oba, so what does he do? He goes and beats Sammy for the title, and then you get that. I would have rather that happen, but I'm not going to complain about getting Oba versus Brock Lesnar in a Hell in a Cell match.
Fair. Yeah.
And then Did
you see weird? Yeah, no, this wasn't weird. I mean, this was kind of like Pierce or like Paul Heyman basically saying the vision's done to me.
Was he saying the vision's done, or was he saying Austin Theory was done?
Well,
because Braun Breaker and Logan Paul weren't there. So
but the last thing we saw was them kill it was Breaker spearing him through the wall, and then they lost. So
right,
I think because of Brock right now, Heyman's done, and this is a good way to just kill off the Vision. They need to all go their separate ways.
Well,
Heyman's like, yeah. Well, now you know I'm here. Like that was pretty much. It's at least the end of Theory, but I think it's the end of the Vision.
And then you had Liv take out Io. They're gonna have their match at SummerSlam. They're already building. Oh, hey, fun fact. Do you know why they're doing the clap and stuff? First off, Jake, you were right about Chad Gable's music.
Oh,
have you watched Chad Gable while that music is playing?
Yes.
When he comes out, he is singing he loves that song.
Yes.
I don't know.
Chad Gable was into it from moment one, dude.
Yeah. He knows every word. He's singing along. He is so into that song. And I'm like, man.
And they've told stories of like Damian Priest, he did his song. Jey Uso did his song. Like they're letting them, which is cool. Like they're letting the guys express themselves in awesome ways. Like I think it's great. But man, Gable's got really bad taste in music. It's all that show.
Do you really want to hear like John Mellencamp cover band in the year 2026? Like I don't. don't know.
It's like John Mellencamp Bon Jovi cover band. Mellencamp Bon Jovi. Like, yeah. The cover band that plays both bands in their songs. Oh, my God.
Do you understand why I found out why they're doing the clap? Do you know why they're doing the clap?
Yep. Because of, which if you track it, it's because of the Minnesota Vikings, who they stole that from the Norway soccer team, you know, because they're Vikings too. So if you watch the Norwegian soccer team, like they do the roo. Yeah, it's the same kind of thing. Yeah, no, it's great. But yeah, he's really trying to get that clap going, and people are not into it yet.
Well, it's just because it's SummerSlam. They're in Minnesota.
Yep.
And
he's gonna. I'm telling you, man. Yeah. And he's talking about how much he wants to win the Intercontinental title. Like, you've got to have him win the Intercontinental title in fucking SummerSlam.
But
like,
him and JD
have to.
Him and JD had a really good match. They didn't.
There
was no curse nonsense going on during the match. So
not till the end.
I mean, well, no, I'm saying. Okay, let me rephrase that. They talked about JD being cursed. There was or him getting electrocuted. There was no I'm electrocuted, so I can't wrestle type stuff going on.
Right. Nothing happened during the match. No. It's just
all that happened was Danhausen returned the briefcase to Dom and basically just got Dom out of the match because.
Well, no. This is after the match because he taps JD out and JD's next to him with it, so he got him with that. Yeah, right. Gable's already gone.
This is the trap that Dom set for Danhausen has now backfired on Dom,
and they're fighting for the jersey.
Yeah, that was, and then he got that was the end. Oh, and then Raquel came out and beat up Danhausen.
And stole the jersey back.
And stole the jersey back. So then we led to Roman in the match, and then you got Seth. So I didn't realize that Seth and Roman, they've only had like one singles match in like 9 years.
Yeah, they haven't. Yeah, every time it's like a triple threat or something else. Like, they talked about it at WrestleMania 40 a bit.
Yeah, and it was a DQ finish on that one. So this is the first time, and they're really selling this kind of like Shawn and Taker did. Right, like the whole this is our we don't have much time left. We're obviously
it's almost
on the tail
over.
end of our careers. Yeah, exactly. Like it's like we're going to be main eventers for like another year, maybe.
That's like my knee only has so many injuries left in it, bro. Like I'm serious. Like I can only have surgery on these fuckers so many times, dude. Seriously.
Let's get a match in while we still can.
At a big show while we still have this chance.
And the crowd was going nuts for this.
I was going to say.
I'll tell you. Oh, okay. I do like this Seth presentation way better than Joker Seth. But I don't understand. The crowd is so into at points. Seth was getting a better reaction than Roman.
No, I was gonna say what I was gonna say is they're both so ridiculously over.
Yeah.
You know, like when Roman comes out, everybody's got the one in the sky. Everybody's chanting OTC or singing Roman Reigns. Like he stands there and milks it forever. And it's like, I'm annoyed by it because I'm sick of the OTC character, but it's over as shit. So I'm wrong on that one. And that's fine. I get it. But then Seth comes out and he's just as fucking over. It was loud as shit. And they were in Atlantic City. So it wasn't like they were in, still in Europe.
No, they didn't. They actually, they had this was probably the worst reaction I've heard for Oba since he's been on the streak was in here.
Hey, come on, New Jersey. What the hell?
They love Roman and Seth, man.
Yeah.
And, Seth didn't. I like how Seth didn't even have to like conduct anymore. Like he just stands in the ring and they do it. But they are going to do it looks like they're doing a one last time type gimmick with this, where it's Roman and Seth at SummerSlam. So, I mean, SummerSlam, we already got Roman and Seth. We already got Brock and Oba in Hell in a Cell. We already got Liv and Io. I think SummerSlam is going to do just fine, guys.
Yeah, right. I think they'll probably do 6 matches each night, and you'll have a really good show. Like they'll have and probably Charlotte and Jade. They haven't said that yet, but I probably on SmackDown that'll get announced. Maybe you can, if Rhea's healthy, you can have her involved in that. Rhea, have that could be the triple threat, but if not, just have Charlotte and Jade just have a match because that's cool too. Where you have ladies where you can have a match without a title.
And they did say that when they were talking about Oba, they were very, very specific in saying that like he's putting it in his back pocket.
Yeah, titles will be there. I'm gonna hang on to this. Yeah. So, it's very much like that. that crown gives him a chance where it's not like a cash in, but he can say, "I'm gonna cash this in and main event a pay-per-view." Probably I would think like Survivor Series that would make sense.
And I guess there is precedent for that because who was it? Batista? Who was it that won the Royal Rumble and then used their match at Backlash, or I mean at Elimination Chamber instead of going to Mania. It was Cena or Batista or one of those guys did that.
Something like that. Yeah,
But,
I know what you mean. But yeah, but like it's still like, but still he's not even doing that. Like he's putting it on hold. Like because the Money in the Bank is coming out. You can have him cash it in there. Like but you had to have Brock and Oba in Minnesota. Like you just had to.
You and Cue me up for $1.99. Is there a curfew in London? Because there was in 2020. I mean, there's always a curfew in London, right? That's just law.
So when Big Ben goes off, they all have to go inside.
That's awful. Have you seen how much Brits love America now that they're coming over here for the World Cup? And they're just like, red dressing is great. And
balsamic vinaigrette is even better.
Waffle House is amazing.
Yeah, they're just like free refills. What? Seriously? We'll just stay here.
What is this? Is this a bloody gun?
I saw somebody, a guy from South Africa, and he was walking through a park, and he's like, there are women that are walking around with their pocketbooks, and they're not accompanied by large men. What is happening here? How is this? There's a bench that you can actually sit on that hasn't been destroyed. What? I don't know if it's they've been they've been lied to about America, or if they're saying that that's what it's like in South Africa. But it is funny watching all the people in here for the World Cup enjoying American hospitality.
Yes,
until they visit McKeesport or Detroit.
They ain't going there. What are you talking about? I won't go to Detroit. What are you
the Silverdome is no more. That's where they did it in '94. I'm not going back to Detroit for any other reason.
By the way, gentlemen, NXT Great American Bash on the CW, 394,000 viewers.
Oof. Not good. Well,
that's more than the 140,000 buys that Dave's going to say that.
It did. I will say it did. It wasn't on here. They didn't even show it on my local CW. So I wonder how.
Really?
I'd be interested to find out how many, because CW is syndicated. They don't own any networks. So any local station that syndicates them can decide not to show it. And our local network, they just don't show any CW stuff on Sunday. They always show their own stuff. So they just.
Oh, wow. Local television.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you do when you're syndicated. So. But yeah, that's not a good number, but it'll be interesting to see. I think they need to work on a better plan. Have it on Tubi or some streaming service other than CW.
Well, isn't there a CW app though?
Yeah, but
on that.
Do you know how hard it is to use that CW app?
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't tried. Are you kidding
me? It's ridiculous. The CW.
I don't have time for all this shit.
I'm pretty sure CW is the public access of network television. They have no idea what they're doing. But yeah, they need NXT. I mean, honestly, they don't need to. It's a developmental brand. It's fine. I'm 400,000 or whatever is fine for a developmental. But if they really want to, have these PLEs, they should. Although I wonder if that's probably more than they got when they were on Peacock, right?
Oh, I have no idea what the Peacock numbers
Would you imagine that's probably more than they got on Peacock? You'd have to imagine. So
I mean, it's easier to find than Peacock would be because you have to pay for the app and use the app
Right.
and stuff. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Right.
And Cody Duffy for $1.99 is very upset about Sammy and threw up a whole bunch of times. I can't make those noises, but thank you very much.
Yeah,
thank you very much, Cody.
I mean, there was a lot of people really mad about Sammy. That was one of the things that, like, I'm kind of like you. Like, I'm not excited about it, but I'm not surprised by it. People were acting like they were shocked by it. Like, really?
Oh, okay. Apparently, Denisha says they are actually going to be on the ESPN app starting in the summer. So,
okay.
There you go.
We lived through a time where Miz was champion and won at WrestleMania. So this Sami Zayn thing is
beat John Cena at WrestleMania.
I was cheering for the Miz, by the way, at that point.
You probably were.
I was the guy. Okay,
I was the one. It was
him.
me.
That was me. So we are going to move on now. Let's get to the conspiracy theories. So,
God, yes.
I've done research on these, and so we're gonna I'm not really gonna kind of force us through the dumb ones here. But I mean, we'll read them all, obviously. But Global Force Gold, we all know what that is, right? Does anybody not know Global Force Gold?
Is that Jeff Jarrett's second thing?
Jeff Jarrett started a company called Global Force Wrestling.
Right. Yeah, okay.
And when it started failing, he already had the brand name, so he started using it to sell gold.
Oh, nice.
So Medieval
like
Negro
on
Casas,
QVC or whatever.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, you remember? I remember like go back like 8 years when it was like gold is 20 bob an ounce. So like it was that kind of thing. It was like Alex Jones. Yeah. So he was. So that was the Global Force Gold. Medieval Negro Casas was a mistake on a forum. We're going to talk about that. Devon building. That is Devon was when he was trying to get money to remember when he was Reverend Devon and he was like doing the Reverend Devon Fund thing
with Deacon Batista.
Right. Yeah. That's about that. Black Tiger is the good guy. That is a similar to Macho Man being the good guy against Hulk Hogan, where Black Tiger is the evil version of Tiger Mask, but the theory is that he was actually the good one. Secret Suicides. I couldn't figure. I couldn't. So it's either that they. There was a theory that remember wrestler Suicide in TNA. So TNA had a wrestler named Suicide that debuted at a video game, and then they made him an actual wrestler. Right, and he's been played by multiple people throughout the years. At one point,
he's in a bodysuit. Yeah.
There's a rumor that, like, in addition to the people that we knew played him, that he was actually played by different people every time. So it's either that, or it's the idea that WWE covers like any wrestler who dies young that's working for WWE, they actually cover it up that it's a suicide because they don't want to admit that wrestlers have a higher suicide rate than the regular population. I'm kind of interested in your thoughts on that. Do you think that is possible? The WWE would try to cover up
suicides?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
why are we getting buzzed?
I don't know.
Well, I don't think they would cover up the suicides. Why would they do such a thing? I mean,
self-unalivings.
Yeah. They have a 27 club. Does the WWE have its like own 27?
No, because I mean that's music. I don't think there's a specific time.
I mean, there have been Chris. You have your guys that die.
Chris Benoit was 27.
Yeah, I mean,
for a while there.
Well, I mean, wrestlers and rock stars, it's the same kind of thing, especially with the life they used to live, where they were on the road for 300+ days a year. Like, that's just not good for your body in general.
Right.
Like, so you're gonna no matter what, and then let alone like you're in a car crash every night. Well, you know what I mean? It's not good for your health. It just it's much different now.
But back then, if they were told like you can't make it in this business, it's not like you would try to off yourself. It was just like, all right, looks like I got to be bagging groceries at the local Acme or whatever. But other than that, I mean, truly become a bail bondsman, something.
Right. So I was thinking something for big dudes carrying tires or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
suicide.
The
main thing was it was just that they wanted to. They would say like, oh, they had a heart attack. Like Brian Pillman was the example I kept seeing. Or, people like that. Eddie Guerrero.
Oh.
So
nah. Yeah.
Pro wrestling didn't exist before WrestleMania 1. This is an actual conspiracy theory.
Oh, God.
That says that Vince McMahon went back and that you won't actually, anybody who says they saw wrestling before WrestleMania 1 is lying. And that Vince McMahon wrote all of wrestling before WrestleMania 1. And he made it up to promote WrestleMania 1.
Oh, my God.
That is a real conspiracy theory that was on the internet.
Realize the Rock and Wrestling Connection was on television before
before the build up to WrestleMania.
I know. No, this is like the people that tell you the Schmolocast didn't happen. Like, come on, guys. Like, I mean, Jesus. I was just trying to make it better. That's the first thing I thought of, is because there's actually people that are like, no, that didn't happen. Like, despite all the evidence that everybody's got. Like, wrestling, like
one of them.
Brian, yes, that's right. Oh, that's why they showed that he was going to be on Dynamite versus John Moxley. And then they were like, nope, never mind. I forgot that did happen. Oh, that was great. because of that. Yeah, like there's certain things you just can't say out loud, dude. Like
Giant Baba fought in World War II. He was born in 1939, or 36 or something. But this is just that they've tried to.
One of the bravest 3-year-olds in World War II history.
In Japanese wrestling, they've made his gimmick to the point where like he was responsible for every major historic event. It's that kind of thing. So CZW was sabotaged. This was kind of interesting. So John Zandig, apparently, the rumor was that he owned the company, but it started getting bad and they started bringing other people in. But the rumor was that John Zandig actually wouldn't perform for anyone who was writing besides him. And he would rather the company
really,
die.
what a conspiracy.
He would rather the company die than continue under someone else's reign or something. I don't know. So
all right, sure.
That was that one. The Bull Nakano one is another typo crazy thing. Luchadores of Congo. This is interesting.
Hold on. What? Stop right there, Dis.
What?
What's up with the Bull Nakano one?
It was
what's that conspiracy?
Do I have to? It's not. It's a dumb. I skipped it because it's a shit post. She wrestled in the Crete Arena in Philadelphia at one point. And in the video that was put online, it said Bull Nakano born, and then there was a slice in it, and then the next line was Crete. So people thought that they were saying that she was born in Crete, but it was that they were saying something in the video cut, that's why I skipped it. It wasn't.
Don't get mad at me. You brought it up. God damn it!
I skipped it. Luchadores of Congo is interesting.
Yeah.
So did you know that they have their form of luchador is like black magic? It's called Fetchi, Fetiche.
Like their form of voodoo.
So it's wrestling with voodoo mixed in, they use voodoo lore and legends to develop.
You sure that's not fetish?
Fetiche. That's how you.
That just makes me think. Now it makes me more interested in their soccer team in the World Cup. Now that's what's happening in the Congo.
So,
Congo plays tomorrow, man. What the hell? I'm interested.
So I'm skipping over some here. But the next one that I thought was interesting was the reverse battle royals or satanic rituals. So TNA. So TNA had a reverse battle royal where the idea was that everyone started on the outside of the ring, and then you had to throw the opponent in the ring. Or no, you had to get into the ring. And when you got into the ring, then you were actually in the battle royal. And then when
it didn't make any sense.
In the battle royal, then that started as a battle royal. And then when there were 2 people left, that turned into a regular match. Okay. So dark rituals often rely on the inversion of holy symbols, turning a cross upside down or reading sacred text backwards. The reverse battle royal does exactly this to the sacred geometry of professional wrestling's battle royal. For decades, the fundamental law of the battle royal was stay inside the ring, avoid the floor. By forcing the competitors to start in the abyss, the floor, and fight to get inside the sanctuary, the ring. The match intentionally inverted the core doctrine of the sport to create maximum psychological dissonance.
Is this that fucking religious wrestling you made us watch the other week? Is this from them? Is this going back to that? Is this was their second show?
Fantastic post on the internet.
Oh, is that idea was what sprung them to have the religious wrestling program?
Best explanation of any of these conspiracy theories that we've read so far.
Jesus.
Because awful. You know about satanic rituals. That actually lines up, doesn't it?
It's not the worst one. Yeah, apparently I somehow dabble in Satanism.
That's a bust, bro.
You've been involved in everything in your life. You've
been everywhere.
Do as thou wilt.
Where, man? Start speaking in Latin. What the fuck?
So
that's a pretty cool concept. That's pretty interesting. The winner has to play fucking Freebird backwards on a record.
I loved that explanation, and I loved the
it works. It works.
Funny. So
it's kind of like the Pixar Toy Story theory.
Yeah, actually,
that whole thing.
Okay, so wrestling rings are living creatures. We all know that. Their ropes are veins, turnbuckles are organs, of course. Anokism. Do you know what Anokism? Do you know what that is?
No.
Anybody? Awful. Do you know what Anokism
I mean,
is?
I'm sure it's got some fighting spirit.
Anokism was Antonio Inoki decided
spirits right now.
Antonio Inoki decided that the perfect form of combat would be if you made professional wrestling real, right? That would be like the best MMA that you could possibly have as a wrestler. So he thought that he could take wrestling and just do wrestling in MMA and that he would win. And that's Anokism. And marks think that it's the true wrestling. It's pretty silly. So we're gonna skip a few. August first warning was supposed to be Kiwi. That was a rumor back in the day. It ended up being Tito Ortiz. Wrestlers sing their own theme songs. That's just a common misconception. Viscera Viagra. Does anyone know this? Anyone in the chat? Anyone in the chat? Viscera Viagra. Anyone? Awful. Jake. Anyone?
No, I don't know this one.
It seems so simple, doesn't it? But I'm
I
sure
mean,
there's
I
more,
was like,
there's more
did
to
somebody
it.
Did somebody like spike some brownies or something? Or
Teddy Long sold Viagra to guys backstage, and he got taken to wrestler court because they caught Viscera buying Viagra from Teddy Long.
Big Daddy V was trying to get Big Daddy V.
But that is Viscera bought Viagra from Teddy Long backstage. Brian Knobbs' asshole's true death.
Wait, what?
Did you know?
What?
Did you know that New
You're
Jack,
picking these discs, just so you know.
I'm in order.
Like, me and Jake are not okay.
I'm in order. I'm going in order.
Yeah, I'm following along, but I didn't read. I'm not trying not to read till it's there. So.
Brian Knobbs, New Jack, posted a picture of Brian Knobbs' asshole on Twitter one time.
Okay.
And Twitter used to be fun.
Apparently it's gaping. And apparently it's still out there if you guys really want to see it. So but yeah, that's
pass.
Third Hardy Boy. So the theory this is interesting. They made a reference on Family Guy.
Oh
where
shit.
Peter said, like, hey Lois, remember that time I was a third Hardy Boy? And it was about but like they didn't make
about the book.
Right. They didn't make it clear. So a lot of wrestling fans assumed that it was about the actual Hardy Boys.
Oh, Jesus.
Because they know nothing about fucking
the real
pop
world.
culture.
Yeah. Exactly.
They've none of them ever actually read a book, like any book. Like that, like Judy Blume, like none of it. They haven't read shit.
Luchador fetus training is that when a luchador gets a woman pregnant, he has them do specific exercises to make sure that the boy that comes out is going to be a good wrestler.
Yeah, I like that one.
So
like no, I like that because like then it's like the Mexican soccer players are trying to do doing different exercises so they can grow soccer players. Like no, I like this.
Yeah. That's exactly.
Yeah. No, I like this. I like this. This is fun.
Wrestling conspiracy theory.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say where can we go back to the Hulk Hogan? So you see, brother, what the luchadors do when they get a lady pregnant. It's getting pregnant. Now, what a man and a woman, dude. He goes off on tangents. I still want to do that.
We have TNA Lockdown was a joke. This isn't a conspiracy theory. I think when this was made, it's been confirmed though. Do you know the story? Anybody? Jake, awful. Do either of you know the story?
No, I just thought it was like, oh no, the pay-per-view was that bad. It was a joke.
No. Okay, so Dusty Rhodes was working for TNA at the time, right? And Dixie Carter was like, we need to come up with some cool new idea, and like she would always pitch that people wrestle in cages. She always thought that a cage was like the best thing to do in wrestling. So she would always want cages. And Dusty at one point goes, hell, why don't you put the whole damn pay-per-view in a cage? Let them all wrestle in a cage. Who cares anymore? And Dixie goes, that's a great idea.
Oh, God.
And that's how Lockdown was born. And for years, that was a rumor, but it's actually been confirmed in the past few years that is.
I was going to say, is it going to be in the TNA 3-part documentary series from Dark Side that's coming out in like
it might
week?
be. Yeah, because I believe Jeff Jarrett's the one who confirmed it. So.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward as hell to that one. Like, I know not every Dark Side episode's great, but I still watch it. But like TNA and Jeff Jarrett for 3 episodes. Oh yeah, sell me that. I am in for that 100%. Oh, we lost this. All right.
Did we?
Yeah,
Yep.
he's muted now.
Well, he moved.
So, all right. So this is why I was paying attention. So, Observer Match of the Year 2000 quota. And now here's the thing: is I haven't done the research, so we're gonna figure some of this shit out together. But we're gonna burn through some of these if we don't know. So, Observer the Match of the Year 2000 quota. I'm assuming we're Observer when they do their voting. That like, I always assume with those, Dave inflates the numbers anyway. Like he'll get like 12 people to vote, but he'll say it was like 120.
Right.
Like it's nobody votes for those. Oh, is he back? All right. See, I'm paying attention, Dis. I'm all over this.
The quota is the rumor was
on this
that Dave started actually grading matches differently when they got to the year 2000 because he didn't want to make old matches lose reverence, so he started actually. That's why Kurt Angle doesn't have 5 stars, and
Kurt
that
Angle
kind of
doesn't
stuff.
have 5 stars because he wrestled most of his career in TNA, and Dave hates
True,
TNA.
yeah, that's actually true.
Yeah. No, I mean, even though he should have had at least 3 in WWE. I mean, he was only in WWE for 6 years, so it wasn't. But he at least had 3, maybe 4 that were just great. Like that should have been 5 stars. But whatever, Dave. But yeah, from that point on, when he was in TNA, he was the one getting one anyway. All right. So it was the year 2000. I wasn't sure, and I'm not researched in this. So. Oh, are we live again?
Yep.
DDP
You can almost tell. Yeah.
Right. Right. You can
tell.
figure that. I'm paying attention. DDP Extreme Yoga Health Benefits. I mean, that is
honestly,
legit.
I was gonna say, have you seen him? Like, it's clearly whatever it is doing is working for him.
So that is, if you guys want to know, that is
healthy as
just the general idea that yoga is bullshit. That's it's just, if you go into it, that's all it is. It's just people challenging.
I mean, it's stretching.
Yoga.
Like stretching is good for your body. Duh. Like,
Yeah. What do you mean yoga is bullshit?
Well, no, that specifically DDP yoga. Okay. So the idea is DDP tries to say that like his yoga is so much better than other people's yoga, but if you really look into it, he's just teaching yoga. He's not doing anything special, but you have to spend a whole bunch of other extra money to get DDP to yell at you to do it, and that's the conspiracy theory.
Yeah, no, I mean, like everything's a scam, everything's a work, you know. But like, I mean, yeah, no, but like that's no.
The Shelton Benjamin, excellent question. Awful. Do you remember the story?
I know this one.
Okay, Jake
this
knows
one.
it.
I know. Yes,
it was Michael Tarver, I believe.
Yes,
right.
It was Michael Tarver, 100%. Yep.
Okay, what happened?
All right,
Yeah,
so they're in the
please.
back. Yeah, they're in the back in WWE, and I don't know exactly what's going on, but like Vince has everybody in the back for something, like all the wrestlers and everybody. And Michael Tarver asks some question to Vince, and Vince goes, "Excellent question, Shelton." Because he thinks it's Shelton Benjamin and not Michael Tarver, because it was a bald black guy. And so Michael Tarver asked some question. I don't know what it is. I've heard the story, and they say what the question is, but it's excellent question, Shelton is the main part of the show.
Mm-hmm. So we're
Thanks, Vince.
We're getting down to the next level. We have Rock's pea eating gimmick.
He liked his pie.
Well, the reason it's on here is because I guess around the time this was released, he actually replied to DJ Khaled, who DJ Khaled said something about how no man actually likes doing that, and The Rock said like The Rock lives his gimmick brother or something like that. So it was real that he said he did. Shoot works it's just the general idea in wrestling that even the stuff you hear in Shoot interview is all fake, and that everything is bullshit.
I mean, everybody's telling everything. Everybody's telling their side of the story, as opposed to, there's always my side of the story, your side of the story, and the truth. Like the truth is always somewhere in the middle, especially with wrestling telling stories. That's what's fun about it, though.
A lot of these are silly.
Yeah, I'd say
the explanations are silly, but we get down to the Collision in Korea actual attendance. So the attendance, as announced by the Korean government, was 340,000, but people have claimed that it is closer to 160,000.
Okay,
and that Korea
Yeah, well, they're combining
inflated their numbers. No way.
Because it's 2 nights, yeah. And the thing is, the stadium holds a certain amount, and they said it's, you know what I mean, like, and yeah, they packed it, yeah, because you had to be there. It was forced forced attendance.
It was forced, yeah.
They had no idea what was going on.
Sid's streak. So does anybody remember this when Sid had an undefeated streak in WCW?
Yes.
Awful. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, it was against Goldberg, right?
He was trying to get to Goldberg, yeah.
Right. There's actually it's actually 2 parts. Number one, Nash hated Goldberg's streak. He hated the storyline. And
I'm sure he did.
He was in charge of booking. Yeah. He was in charge of booking. So he would have Sid come on and they were doing his streak. And like they would go up by like 20 matches in 1 week.
Well, yeah, like and Sid would like randomly pin people out of nowhere, like not in the match, and just or like somebody else in their own match in another match, or like come out and just pin a random person and get a 3, and they were counting all of them.
Right. So on one hand, it was Nash's way to devalue what Goldberg did, and in another way, Doug Dillinger also had them start referring to Sid as the Millennium Man.
Yep.
Because Jericho had just done just started the Y2J countdown in WWE. so there's 2 things with Sid. Sid was being used to devalue Goldberg, a storyline that they made, and also it's also meant to go after
troll WWE.
Made. Oh yeah,
WCW was so much fun.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. When you're just going off being reactionary, that was always WCW's problem. Is like the NW, but then they were always being reactionary to WWE, and that's where like originality is what wins out, and that's why AEW is always a problem because they're always just looking at WWE and trying to fight. Like, so, get your own shit together, right? God damn it.
We're gonna skip over some of these. We're gonna go to big shoot style entertainment or enlightenment. That is the how a regular wrestling fan will suddenly watch a Japanese match and think that they are better than everyone else because they now understand why wrestling is good. And
no, that's what you get when you take the D Meltzer for a month.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go. Call back.
There it is, right? Yeah, there you go.
There was a Big Daddy at one point claimed to be the 5th Beatle. I just thought it was funny. You remember Big Daddy?
Wouldn't he be the 6th? Because there was George Best of the Beatles. Well,
this was in real time.
I know.
This is when it was happening, and he was claiming that he was the 5th Beatle.
Well, there's the story of the guy. I think it was George Best or maybe Peter Best,
right?
Who was the Beatle that was the drummer, and then they replaced him with Ringo, and then he released an album called Best of the Beatles because he was best and he used to be the Beatles, but it had no Beatles songs. But it sold a bunch of records initially because people didn't realize.
No, but I'm saying this actually I know. In real time while that was going on, Big Daddy was in England claiming he was the actual 5th Beatle.
Yeah,
he was challenging that.
He should have been the 5th, 6th, and 7th with where.
Gold Dust Vagina. Do we know?
Okay. I mean, I know that he wanted to get breast implants. I don't know what he was.
There was a weird rumor in the early days of the internet that he actually went in and did it, and they gave him the wrong one.
Oh.
I don't know.
We got it mixed up in the paperwork.
Gold Dust.
We got the we were supposed to give him a top and we gave him a bottom.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
That's like bumbling doctor. Hi, Dr. Nick. Hi, everybody.
I'm sure you can tell what the actual deathmatch thing is. It's the whole Yakuza thing where death matches came from actual Yakuza events where they were having,
And if you lost, you had to.
You died. You just died. That was it. Yeah. If you lost, you
3 round back.
And then
he was a wrestler.
And then they turned it to FMW or whatever it was called. So there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of shit ones here, but Nancy survived. We're gonna get to that one. So the theory, there is a theory.
What is and lives in Argentina or something? Like what's going on?
Nancy didn't actually die in the house. Instead, it alleges that Nancy and Kevin Sullivan secretly reconciled in public, faked her death using a body double to completely ruin Chris Benoit's life and legacy, which drove him to unaliving. And now Nancy is currently living under a hidden identity funded by Kevin Sullivan.
Didn't Kevin Sullivan get sick and like have a GoFundMe? Didn't that just happen recently?
Yeah, probably.
I'm saying, yeah, no. First off, too. Well, when you said Nancy, like I knew it meant Benoit, but I'm like, also could have been Argentina.
Hey, how do we know Kevin Sullivan got sick? Maybe Nancy got sick. And he's trying to get a GoFundMe for her. We don't know. Okay,
fair enough.
They're both passed.
Was she in the background in that People's Court episode or whatever it was with him and JJ Dillon? When they were on that, they were on like a Judge Judy type show recently, and then before he got sick.
All right,
I remember that.
Next level. It was recent. It's funny.
Next level, state mandated bumps. That's just about how the
bumps of what?
The state regulatory commissions are really involved in wrestling. There was a rumor that they mandated that to be a wrestling show, they had to have so many bumps per show. And that if you didn't have that amount of bumps, then you would not be considered professional wrestling show. You'd be considered something else. I don't know. It's barely a conspiracy theory. It's kind of just true. Like it's one of those things that's like, it's not really a conspiracy theory. It's just what happened, We'll skip over all mass wrestlers, the same guy. And Nick Gage POTUS was a meme that was out where they were trying to make Nick Gage president. Kane's 3-foot dick. Anybody know? Anybody know what this is? I knew what
Who's coming up with this shit?
Yeah, no, I knew what this was. I knew what this was.
You're saying you're weeding out all the horse shit.
Because I knew what this was before I looked it up. Okay.
All right.
I did not.
What is this?
Do you remember the movie See No Evil
with Kane?
Yes. Vince McMahon.
I did not watch it.
Yeah, I know of it. I never saw it.
So Vince was the producer of the movie.
Of course.
And while Vince was producing the movie, he insisted over and over again that there be a scene where Kane, when they find Jacob Goodnight was his name in the movie, when they find him in the movie, he will be masturbating. And as they get closer, in a cage, mind you, and as they get closer, they find out that he has a 3-foot penis.
Oh, God.
And Vince, he was dead set on making sure that Kane had a 3-foot penis. That was the most important part of this movie for Vince McMahon for like the first 3 drafts of the script. He would not let it go. And everyone was, and they kept telling him like, no, it doesn't. Why do you want that? Like, we'd have to make it like we'd have to make a whole thing. Why do you want? And he'd be like, no, he has to have a 3-foot penis. It'll be huge, And he was just so set.
Just tells you how long ago Vince really did lose it, and like those. Then we had years of crazy ass Vince booking.
I don't know, man. This sounds like the source is Janelle Grant.
No, that's been
when you've told I have heard this.
I want to say it was in like the making of See No Evil.
Or like somebody said a shooting. Yeah, I feel like I have like no, this is something I've heard.
So there's other ones. Cage Walker, Karana was faked. That's that TNA wouldn't actually have risked Eli Skipper walking in the cage, so that what you saw was him on a green screen. And that you'll never actually meet anyone who was there live to see it, so it doesn't matter.
just because the TNA Impact Zone was empty doesn't mean that nobody was there. Come on now.
You had Samoan Ninja Clans. That is also TNA related. Samoa Joe got abducted by a clan of ninjas. And then when he came back,
and then just like nothing happened.
No, he came back and he said that it was his people that brought him to make him more savage. And they're like, well, why were they ninjas? So,
didn't he come back with the fake tattoo on his face?
Yeah,
is that when that was? Yeah.
But I'm gonna skip all the way over.
Good.
If you want to talk about John Cena, actually, him having a cloning plant where he creates Make-A-Wish children, which was a thing.
No, we're good on the I don't need
okay. So let's go to Eddie. Let's go to Eddie Guerrero being alive in Korea.
Why is it Korea?
I don't know. I could not find where they said it was Korea, but I did find the theory that Eddie. Okay, let's listen to the evidence that Eddie Guerrero is still alive. The funeral was private, only a few dozen or so family or friends. The list of people are all related to the wrestling business. The funeral itself was ministered by superstar Billy Graham, another wrestler and someone Guerrero is not. Another wrestler and someone Guerrero is not thought to have been friends with. Tribute merchandise was up for sale on the WWE website the next day. Mm-hmm. It's usually about a week or more when wrestlers die before they have merchandise after they pass away. Eddie Guerrero was mentioned in storylines for months after his supposed death. When other stars have died, it's usually a one-off tribute, and then they move on. There is a famous incident, you can find it on YouTube, where Eddie has a fake heart attack in the ring. Some believe this was the originally planned fake death, but Eddie didn't make it look convincing enough. So the second final fake death came weeks later.
I think it was his mom who had the heart attack, though. I don't think that's
no,
real.
he did. He did. He did it too. Yeah.
Right.
So they were doing a little bit of predictive programming here.
Well, no, they said that he didn't
setting
make it
up the trial
good.
balloon.
They said he didn't make it look good enough, so they had to do it again. Eddie's book and DVD released before he died, and they were called Cheating Death.
Yeah, and Stealing Life, though. It was Cheating Death. Stealing Life was the rest of the book title, though.
I got 5 more points here.
Oh, Jesus.
How could WWE get Vicky Guerrero and other family members to go along with insulting and disrespectful storylines so soon afterwards, unless the family knew that Eddie was still alive? Huh? Bringing Eddie back.
I'm digging it. I mean, there's nothing too crazy.
Do you want me to counterpoint all of these?
No. We'll get to the end.
All right.
Number 7, bringing Eddie back from the dead after fooling even mainstream media would have been hugely controversial, but would have made worldwide headlines. But after Chris Benoit, it would have been looked at as distasteful, so Eddie's comeback was canceled by Vince McMahon. With Eddie left in limbo, Vince had to pay him more to stay in hiding and make promises to give his family more and bigger parts in WWE. That's why Raquel Diaz was hired as a performer, and that's why Vicky Guerrero was made SmackDown general manager. Interestingly, the wrestler Sin Cara, who made his WWE debut in 2011, 6 years after Eddie's death, was told he had to have in his contract that he had to occasionally allow other performers to play the part of Sin Cara, with it being shared between Luis Urgive and Jorge Aries.
Jorge.
That's how. Jorge. Sorry.
There you go.
Jorge.
When either man was given the night off, they would be assuming that the other was playing the part. But there were nights when neither man claimed to be playing the part. And on those occasions, it is believed that Eddie Guerrero was playing the part of Sin Cara. He is the exact same height and same build to Sin Cara and the other 2 wrestlers. If Eddie is still alive, it makes sense that he would be desperately missing the action and the fans, and this would be the perfect way that he could perform and get one last thrill before disappearing again without anyone else knowing.
Yeah.
I like it.
Number 10.
I mean,
go ahead. We got one more.
No, you're good. Go. Keep going.
The band LA Lungs, not LA Guns, LA Lungs, claims to have hung out with a guy named Eddie Guerrero at a hotel just before they recorded their 2010 album, Snuggling, in tribute to their brief, mysterious friend. They named a track on the album Eddie Guerrero. Mic drop. Done.
Mic drop.
Mic drop.
Yeah, because it couldn't have been anybody who faked him, just called themselves Eddie Guerrero, because these guys barely knew anything about wrestling.
You two fight about it. Awful. Tell Jake he's wrong.
Fight about it. Fight about it.
I'm convinced Awful.
Awful's been convinced he's been turned. Yeah, are you convinced, Awful? Are you 100%?
No, not in the least fucking bits.
Damn. I was ready to go by point counterpoint, but no,
I respect it. I respect
I respect the hustle. Like, yeah,
it's well thought out.
It's like the people with the flat earthers or whatever, where like they go like, well, because this, then this, and like you're like, well, no, that you've already disproven that, so the rest of it's bullshit. You know what I mean? But they're like, well, don't worry about that, because the rest of this is and then they get disproven again. It's like, well, that doesn't matter. Go to this, and it's like, well, no, you gotta, you just can't keep presenting evidence without a counterpoint. That's what. But it's okay. It makes a good story.
We'll be finishing that up next week, and then we're gonna do the dark stuff over on This Is Awful at some point. Right. Cody Duffy for $1.99. Miz was actually good. He was good. That's true.
Miz did very well for himself with his career.
And Sauce Inc. for $2. Oba is Kofi on roids.
It's
okay.
He had a longer time in that cloning machine from Dan.
All right, so we are now going to take a look at a couple weddings. So let's
the main event.
The main event. So let's look at we had Trick Williams got married, and I'm gonna play this because there's no real reason to play the audio here, but we can look. I mean, they're in Jamaica. They're having
a beautiful destination.
He's marrying Lash Legend.
Yeah,
all in white. You know, I mean, this is
good for them, dude. This is cool.
All real flowers.
Yeah. This is what like. I feel like this is what WWE wants, honestly, is like stars that get married, be happy, like be like Seth and Becky, and like they can travel together, have on the same show. Like it's so easy.
No, yeah,
you know
absolutely.
What I mean?
Wasn't that your theory there, Dis, at one point?
It was. Yeah, Triple H is euthanogenic. Yeah.
I mean, fuck it, dude. Like what?
He's trying to.
If they seem happy, good for them. Like, you know,
eugenics.
shit.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
No.
He used them both like euthanasia. Euthanogenic.
I got
Eugenics.
Deuteronomy.
Eugenics. He got Deuteronomy. It's
Dewey Decimal System. What's going on here?
It's NXT eugenics where you
put him on the same place. It's like a college, dude.
And he's
like
just breeding up. Look at this. Look. He's got little. Look at this.
I mean, a wedding with karaoke is a lot of fun. I won't lie.
We had rock band at our wedding.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
They enjoyed that. And I don't know if this is really. I think Lil Yachty is actually performing and just kind of passing the mic around at points.
Okay. No, I was at a wedding recently that had
like WWE.
I'm muting it. Don't worry, I'm getting. Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
I was at a wedding recently where the last like 2 hours it was all karaoke because that's what the bride and groom like to do, and they timed it out perfectly because it had been free drinks had been flowing long enough, and there was people like going up to sing that you were like had no idea we're gonna do it. It was a lot of fun. My wife and I we were gonna do like one of those bands that plays cover songs. But then the pandemic hit, so we just had our wedding and then didn't actually get to do our reception. But it was fine because I didn't really want it. It was a lot of money that we didn't have to spend. So
yeah, we had a DJ, but we also had Rock Band set up, and it's kind of funny because I knew
the video game.
Yeah, I knew the DJ. You know, I was friends with him, and we kind of got a deal on that. But I'm telling you, the DJ probably lasted an hour. Once people started moving over to Rock Band, the DJ just had the rest of the night off. Cause Rock Band did the job, right? Like you got the actual song, people got to dance and all that stuff, but the kids got to play guitar and do all that.
Yeah, and then if you similar to like almost karaoke, you just have the right selection of songs that are gonna keep people partying. As long as no one's trying to play like Time of Your Life or whatever, know, like just give me something fun. No, I get you. No, but, this is a beautiful wedding from Chick. And good for them, dude. Like they make a great couple. Like it's awesome to see.
You got Oba. Look at Oba coming down the aisle.
Yeah. Well, and you gotta feel like that makes sense too, because Oba and Trick, like they kind of grew up together in NXT.
Well,
and that's cool too.
I do have a question about this. Awful. What do you think about this? Look at Trick coming down the aisle. Watch him.
I mean, he's feeling himself.
I know. I'm just curious. Like,
good for him.
He's not doing his full entrance.
What's wrong with it?
I was curious. I just want to get. I'm not. I like it.
Is it to his whoop that trick music?
No, it's not.
No,
because he helped pick that too. Because he's talked about that. How
Here,
he helped pick
I'll
that
unmute
music.
it. I personally don't mind it, but I was watching. I'm like, Awful might be grumpy about this, but
what, him coming down to the Peanuts music?
That's not.
Why would I be grumpy about that?
He didn't come down to whoop that trick either.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna get that.
He didn't come down to this either. I mean,
right?
my
I
God.
was just like, that was not what that was.
I don't know who that gentleman is that he got.
Probably somebody he played football with because he had
probably.
Right.
So then
that
you got the nice reception here at the end.
Yeah.
Got those two coming out and Lash doing a little dancing.
I'll be right back.
Not Swerve. Trick doing a little dancing.
Swerve.
They're all having a good. I said that because I'm thinking about something that happened.
Excellent question, Shelton. Sorry.
Sorry.
I had to. I couldn't help
it.
No.
It's good. It's good.
I couldn't help it. Oh, fuck.
And then, you got Trick dancing with his mom.
Yeah.
This is a wedding.
Yeah.
This is a wedding.
This is a classy wedding. It's the destination wedding. They pay. I mean, you can tell a lot of money was put into this. Like even Trick's got his nice shoes on there. But hey, I mean, look at that.
Look at the crowd, man. They're all having a good time.
Yeah, definitely not to this music.
No.
But good for I know whatever they're playing is probably licensed, so we're good.
Yeah, we can't play it, right?
Yeah, we're smarter off to just leave it off because licensed.
They're playing divorced music.
So, and there they go. They look like they're in love.
Yeah, no, they do.
Okay, so
their pictures. I follow Trick on Twitter and on Instagram, and like he's always posting stories and stuff with him and Lash whenever they travel to Italy or whatever, and they go see a site together. It's awesome. Oh God,
there was another wedding this weekend.
Yeah,
and let's take
full of marks.
Let's take a look at this one. I want to make a statement here before we start. I don't like any themed wedding. If you theme your wedding, okay, I'm sorry. I apologize to anyone in my current company who may have themed a wedding.
Nope.
But I believe that a wedding should be focused on the people getting married. If you have to bring in like an outside love to make your wedding,
yeah, it's a little weird. No, it's weird.
Man. I feel the same way when I see like fans that like get married in a wrestling ring. Or Lord of the Ring weddings, you know what I mean? Like I always feel weird.
I mean, my wife and I did something different. So my wife and I, we always go to a music festival that's a mile from our house every year, and we decided to do it at that music festival. Because they let us do it inside the park, and then they gave us a little area that we can have, and like you had to pay tickets to get in, but we were gonna go to it anyway, and it's literally 1 mile from our house. And so we went to it every year, and we picked that date because we had concert tickets in LA the next week. So we did our honeymoon around that. And we did that. Then we were going to do the reception later, but literally we got married right before the pandemic happened. The pandemic happened like on our honeymoon. We were like, we got to do everything, but it closed down. But that was about as themed as we got. But
I want to point out
Darby. I've only seen clips of this Darby Allin.
All of this footage that we're going to see has been released by Darby Allin
or
other people. This isn't like paparazzi footage or anything. So
paparazzi, because
Okay, so look at this. He gave
I assume that's his brother.
Yeah. Before he came out, he gave his brother the hottest pepper in the world.
God, because that'll be funny. Let's ruin your wedding.
Is a meme, it's got to be something. And he gave his brother the hottest pepper in the world right before they came out. I can't.
Okay. I thought maybe he was he wasn't officiating the way. I'm like, did he give it to the officiant? No. Like that'd be all right.
Okay, so here is Darby Allin's dad.
Unfit Finley over here.
He's now ripped his shirt off. And Brody Lee is there, and Brody Lee is going to chop him. Yay!
Unfit Finley over here.
Watch it. Here we go. His dad's trying to run away.
Oh, and that's his mom. That's his mom.
His mom body slams him into thumbtacks.
Oh, went into thumbtack. Ready?
Look, they had a mechanical bull. So here's Swerve on the mechanical bull.
Okay.
Oh God.
Nothing tells me about how little confidence Swerve has than his Twitter name of being Swerve Confident. You do not. I'm telling you, dude. Right. Every time I see it, I'm like, who are you trying to convince that you're confident? You or me, bud? Because if you don't have to tell me you're confident if you're really confident. That's all I'm saying. Like, you should change that handle. Oh God, and Tony
Khan's there.
Oh no.
Okay, so there he is.
DDP is everywhere, man.
You know what? I want to show something. I want to do something. I want to point something out here. Okay, when I first saw this photo here, right, it was labeled Sting, Darby Allin, DDP, Sting Jr.
Yeah, Steve. Yeah,
I like it.
I mean, that's his kid who's getting into wrestling. Yeah, because
they wouldn't even put his name. It was Sting Jr.
Well, because I think that one is Steve Borden Jr. I think that is his name. Yeah, but he's not trying to wrestle as Sting Jr. He's going as Steve Borden.
So a lot of he found a looker. I'll tell you that much.
I mean, yeah, that is surprising that she. It's surprising that she looked.
Of course,
that
they go
good.
into the Forbidden Door promo. We're going back to his dad getting shot by Brody Lee. Tony Khan in the audience again, and then
that is funny though. It's Sting Jr. and Sting. Like, that is a funny picture.
I think we're just getting. I think.
Yeah, it's the replay.
Everything. Oh wait, there's more. Here we go. Okay. Oh no, now they're just going.
Oh yeah,
here's all the stuff Darby Allin's done. So
yeah,
that's what we got from Darby Allin. So my question.
That's where he was when he went away after Double or Nothing, before he came back. That's what he did get married.
So what do you guys think of the whole, like, I'm going to make wrestling the center point of my wedding?
I mean, for him, that's what he does. He does stunts in public. Like, he did that. What was it, like at a book signing or something, or at a bookstore or a cafe, where him and Brody Lee like had a match all of a sudden Brody King had a match in the middle of I feel like it was a book signing or something. At a bookstore or something, but yeah, they had a match in the middle of it in public, because that's the shit that they do. They're weird dudes.
I mean, I don't mind it. I mean, it looks janky to anybody who's got common sense, or just, a fucking normal average person. It's gonna come off looking absolutely retarded looking, but it's his wedding. It's their wedding. You can't tell me the wife was happy with that.
I mean, unless she's a wrestler,
I don't know if she might be a wrestler. I don't know. Like I said, I always kind of cringe when I see any themed wrestling. I mean, themed weddings. Period. I had a friend who did like a video game wedding one time.
Oh, geez.
And it was just like, oh God, like because the thought in my head is like, this is the moment. If your marriage works out the way you want it to, this is the thing you're going to remember back to your entire life, right? What if you don't like that thing anymore? Like, what if?
Yeah.
What if Darby Allin gets paralyzed because of wrestling, and now the most important moment of his life, quote unquote, is always going to be based on that thing? Like, just make your and also, what about maybe Darby Allin doesn't have anyone in his life who isn't a wrestling fan. I don't know, but I don't know, man. I just think it's taggy.
No, I honestly know. It's funny because like I have a tattoo on my forearm of lyrics from my favorite band, and like I remember thinking like, man, what if I hate this band later? But I got it like 15 years ago, and I still love Radiohead. So it's just like, but I mean, that's a band, and like I mean, it's a tattoo on my arm. You know what I mean? As opposed to fucking my wedding. Like I'm not tuned into my wedding. Like my wife and I went to a music festival because we'd gone to music festivals 2 or 3 a year for the 5 years before we got married. Like, it was fun. We still like live music.
Is Darby an only child?
Is Darby an only child?
No, because his brother was there. His brother
was there. Okay. He gave his brother a hot pepper.
The world's hottest pepper. Out. Yeah. So yeah, we know he was
just
there.
Weirdo.
Yeah.
He probably thinks that this is all like a part
Remember,
of
he lit his brother on fire. He lit his brother on fire recently.
That's right.
Or his brother lit him on fire. Yeah, somebody lit somebody on fire. That was his brother proposing to his girlfriend. and because he lit his brother on fire. Yeah, that totally happened. Because Darby proposed to his girlfriend on top of Mount Everest. That's what happens in the rest of that video. As he shows, I think she was on the climb with him, and he proposed.
This energy reminds me of somebody trying to get on a reality show, like trying to.
Well, didn't he do that? Like
for a reality show.
I got my weird arrest or whatever, or my weird sex story.
It was sex.
He wants more.
Hospital.
Sex sent me to the hospital. Yeah. He wants sex sent me to the morgue. That's what he wants.
Like I said,
it's crazy.
I don't understand the idea of making the thing that you like to entertain your entire identity. That's I don't understand that. So I'll never get the themed wedding. But that being said, maybe that's what his wife wants. Maybe they're going to be a very I hope that they're very happy
best
and
of luck,
healthy,
man. Yes,
best of wishes. Yes. I'm not going to
But,
be like, I hope Darby Allin, I hope his wife is a widow. You know, I'm not going to do that kind of stuff. But
I hope she's good at pushing wheelchairs. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying I hope she's got good.
Wow.
I mean, good for him. Good for them. What's up?
One more thing here before we get out of here today.
All right.
We are when awful ducked out for a second. There was once. Did you ever see this, Jake? Let me give you some background here. Back in 1990 or 1991, a young Dis was sitting on sitting in front of a TV, flipping through the channels.
How old were you?
Oh, I know what this is.
I would have been 7 or 8 at the time.
I know.
And I was, I suddenly saw Jesse Ventura and Roddy Piper on my screen.
Yup.
But it was the evening, and I couldn't believe it. I couldn't. I didn't know why they were there. They were playing cops. They were being called something else, and I was mesmerized. But it never aired again, and they never talked about it on TV, other than a couple times during commentary. Jesse Ventura would call Roddy Piper his tag team partner. And I
never seen again.
Right. So for years, I swore that I saw this. And for years, my friends told me I was full of shit. And then one day, the internet was invented. And I went and I pulled this up and I said, yes, it exists.
The Mandela effect, fuck off.
There was a television pilot where Roddy Piper and Jesse Ventura played cops.
Yep, it was on NBC, wasn't it?
Yes,
because it was a TV pilot that then they said they'd call it a TV movie now because it was only it was like 2 episodes put together. That was the pilot.
No, it was 1 hour.
It was just one. Oh, all right,
1 hour. They aired a pilot, never showed it again.
I thought it was 2. My bad.
I have to see. Yeah, I do have to interrupt. I was there, my friend. There was more than one episode.
No, there wasn't.
Because I remember, maybe not in Kansas City, but I know in the Philadelphia area they played episode 2. Because we'll get into it, but yeah, that's
if there is awful. I'm just telling you right now. If there is an episode 2, you are breaking news that the internet has not known for 20 years now. Because everywhere on the internet says that there was 1 episode and this is it. So if there was an episode 2, you are creating lost media and an urban legend that people will talk about for years. Because this was the only episode of the show.
Well, maybe they put it on repeat, but I do remember I do remember sitting around for like maybe one of the episodes and it never came on. Because just like you, I was intrigued at seeing, Jesse the Body Ventura and Roddy Piper, who had never really like interacted at that time in the WWF. To see them in a TV show was kind of weird.
Yeah, per IMDb, it is only the 1 hour. Like that's all that was ever aired or filmed. But yeah, it was supposed to be a 13 episode season of TV, and they got the 1.
Right. And yeah, like I said, I didn't even know this existed. I was 7. I was just flipping through television and saw.
Yeah, no, this came on my radar way later.
What year did this come out, by the way?
1991.
1991. Yeah.
91.
And early, like they buried it in January of 91 on a Saturday. So some Saturday night.
Yeah, I remember.
This came on. Yeah. So I would have been 9 and almost 10. Yeah. Or almost 9. I would have been 8. Yeah.
So actually, I was 8. Yeah. So I was 8. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I would have been 35.
I'm like, I'm a little bit older than you, Dis.
I didn't realize that.
Not much.
So let's check out. Well, I have a beautiful fight scene here.
Yeah, I just turned 44 on the 19th.
So let's check it out.
Yeah. All I've seen is clips.
Oh, wait, I backed up. Oh, wait, I went.
Oh, God. What have you done? What have you done? What have you done? Oh, God.
Oh, look at him go!
The hard cut is so 80s TV. Oh.
No, you got the girl on the top, too. Because you got to got the girl, right?
Oh, the 18.
The mildly attractive woman who is around all the time.
And getting them into the trouble.
Maybe you want to rethink this.
I'm seeing people in the chat saying that they've been banned on other networks. I apologize, guys. I hope that we can entertain you here. We don't throw that. We don't ban people very easily. So
no.
Hopefully you will be entertained here. I know that we aren't on every day like some people, but
yeah. quality over quantity, brother.
Quality over quantity. We got 4 days a week between the 3 of us, so you know.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say, Dis?
I'm just reading the chat, my friend. I don't know what you're talking about.
We're just talking about tag team. We're talking about tag team.
Gotcha.
This ultimate TV show. Oh man,
that's my third cousin right there on the screen.
Yeah. I was gonna say, is it the quiet cop from Police Academy? The quiet girl. Sorry,
probably.
It was paused on it too long. I couldn't think of what.
So is it still paused for you? That yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Jake, you try to play it. See what happens.
Yeah.
They got us.
Let's try this here.
They fucking got us.
Let's pull it down. Back up
and move it forward a little bit. No, it's stuck.
It's stuck.
Let me see if I can put another one in. No, yeah, it's because it's fine here.
Well, you know what that means? Awful, don't you? Awful.
What does that mean?
That means that they're gonna have to tune into This Is Awful, where we're gonna watch the whole freaking show.
That's right. All 59 minutes.
It's weird. All 59 minutes. Damn it! I'm gonna have to tune in for that one. I want to watch this.
Yeah,
I've seen the clips. So here we go.
Oh, here it goes. It's back. Okay, we're not gonna stop it. We're gonna let it go all the way through.
Just let it roll. Yeah.
Turn it down.
The yeehaw. The yeehaw is what does it for me.
My favorite part. I'll show you my favorite part. This is a trailer for. You can ask Awful. I pitched it to him a couple days ago that we're gonna watch this in chunks on This Is Awful from beginning to end over the next few weeks.
Oh man, I'm jealous. That sounds like.
But my favorite part is coming up here soon.
It's like Mystery Science Theater, but funnier.
Would have been great if the black guy shot him in the head.
Ended the show. It's just over now.
Yeah. And there goes your fucking pilot.
Here's my favorite part. Okay,
I love the jacket on Jesse. That jacket is class.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Native American tassels.
I wore that on Saturday night's main event.
Like he's Davey fucking Kraken over here.
That was a pretty piece of Jesse, but awful. Actually, I gotta say. Is it coming? Okay, at some point they
watch your mouth, Akadis.
At some point they actually do a tag. I do love the fact that
they do.
Actually, they watch. It's coming.
And yell bazinga while they say it. While they do it.
Oh, Piper, see Jesse's holding out his hand. You see it? Tag him in!
Give me the tag, BG.
Right? Did he have his hand on the rope?
Oh, come on, gorilla. Oh, come on, gorilla. I had to get the tag, brother.
The Young Bucks swear by this TV show.
Another Irish whip, double noggin knocker, and they're out.
I mean, if you're gonna make it wrestling, you gotta make it wrestling, right? Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus H. Christ.
Hey! We're a black guy and a woman.
We gotta get her inside.
Did we put handcuffs on anybody?
We better get
Rita
her
Miranda?
inside,
What's she talking about, Willis?
No, they left it to this guy. That's the guy who makes.
I've only got one pair of cuffs.
Figure it out on your own, gorilla.
Yeah.
I love what's.
Nice job, men.
Thanks, Captain.
We'll take it from here, guys. Thanks.
I think they can handle it.
Hey, but Captain, she's our detail.
After you, gentlemen.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the saxophone music. Oh, I love the 80s TV, man.
And now
What the hell are Miranda rights anyway?
Team will continue in a moment.
No, it won't.
Now you
Oh,
get
and then it comes back to this. Like, I mean, come on, guys. Oh, God. Why did we have to, oh, God. What have you done? Oh, God. Oh, God, no. Oh, no.
Okay. So
Roddy doesn't have pants on. Roddy.
Yeah, really.
so awful. What do you think? You think we should watch that in chunks over on This Is Awful?
Now I have a question before
Yes,
we even
sir.
get there. Are we doing a July 4th episode of
That I was gonna
This Is
ask you
Awful?
about that. What do you think? I'm just gonna do it Sunday because I can't do it. I can't. I got a kid. We got to do. It's the 250th.
Yeah, I mean,
anniversary.
I want to fire off my weaponry as well. I mean,
So yeah.
shit,
So
mountain of sticks.
you want maybe we'll go on after Jake on Sunday. You want to do that?
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
Hopefully by
Stay tuned
Thursday we'll have an
to
answer
find
for
out. Yeah. Well, you know what?
Stay
We will
tuned
have-
to find out.
Jake goes on Thursday. If you want to
Yes.
find out what's going on with This Is Awful, tune in to Alt Jake Takes On. What time on Thursday, Jake?
9:30 p.m. Eastern time. We will cover this dynamite that's going to get no ratings because it's going up against the U.S. soccer game at the exact same time.
Oh no!
Yeah. The U.S.
Can we
soccer
do a
game,
ratings prediction right now?
I mean, it's
What are
going
the
to be
numbers, guys?
bad.
Well,
Forbidden Door was
okay,
terrible, and nobody's going to care.
Considering that AEW fans probably really like soccer too.
Well, and like anybody does, like anybody who has a mild interest in AEW at all, like there's no casual, no passing fans. Like
I'm gonna go like 480 or something.
yeah, I was gonna say
480, okay.
I was gonna say 5 or less. I'll go 5. I'll just give him a nice 5, just to be nice.
370.
I gotta watch it. All right, 370. All right, nice. Hell yeah, I mean, what's up?
Chat's pointing out that it is listed. Tag team is listed as a TV movie.
TV movie because that's all they aired as the one.
IMDb, yeah. If it's a pilot,
All right.
IMDb will list it as a TV.
Well,
movie.
it's a 1 hour thing, like so. That's what it kind of felt. That's what it ends up being in that sense. Yeah. But yeah, we'll be at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Alt Jake Takes On YouTube channel. Go subscribe. We also will be on Sunday at 8:05 p.m. Eastern. So come hang out. But yeah, we're looking for more subscribers. We're on the march to 700, and we have one more super chat.
Looks like I'm gonna get that in a second. It looks like in the chat we have a couple 120K from Unknown Samples. Drew says 450K.
George says 560.
George says 550. Okay, so for our super
5.
chat, well, that's not our newest super chat. We actually have a few more here. 626 says have some money for not being afraid of 626. Thank you very much. We're not gonna
no
ban
fear,
you.
no fear.
Unless you come in here and start being crazy. We have no reason to ban you.
No.
And Lucy, can you link me the Discord? Lucy, send me a message. Okay. If you go below in the description, my email is there, or you can just email me, toonydis@gmail.com. Send me a message. I will send you the link. When I post messages in Yahoo chat, when I post links, it always gets messed up. So just send me a link and I will send you, or send me a message and I will send you an invite.
I put the email. I put the email in the chat.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
No problem.
And we also have another one from 626. No, more money from not being an ass. Give Jake one. Okay, Jake, you'll get $1 out of this.
All right, yeah, sweet.
Actually, wait, no.
Maybe I'm making money.
You get $1 and the split for what you'll get.
I was just
25
gonna
cents.
say, yeah, we got to split. I mean, it's fine.
Because
Hey,
YouTube gets 50%, and then we
I was
get.
gonna say, yeah.
Yeah,
it's our YouTube already cuts it in half, so we're already fighting on that one. But hey, it's good.
I was told it was
appreciate you,
37%.
It depends. I think I don't know.
No,
exactly.
so my understanding is the super chats, I believe, are 37%, but ads are 50%. But I'm not sure. I haven't fully got to ads yet. So, and that's why, please subscribe to my channel at All Jake Takes On.
All right. Oh, we got one more from 626. I'm telling you, dude, you are welcome here. We love you.
Yeah, we love you.
Just wanted to say George K. Window Salesman.
Yeah.
Thank you,
George works
Captain.
in a window factory, and they call him hey, he's the master window salesman. He will sell a window to anybody.
All right. So, like we said, awful. Plug your channel, but we might have a show, but you'll need to listen to Jake.
You're all over the place.
Awful's gone?
No, you're
gone.
You were gone. You roboted. No.
Oh, sorry.
You guys are gonna do your. I will let everyone know what you guys are doing for your show on Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying awful. Plug your channel.
Yeah.
Yes, please listen. We got a few new subscribers to the channel. Thank you very much for subscribing. It's youtube.com/@awfulwrestling. And of course, we do our show, This Is Awful, every Saturday. Maybe not this Saturday, because happy 250th year.
250
of 250. Yeah. But yeah, we do a show every Saturday at 10 p.m. Thank you guys for tuning in for this show and also Jake's show and also the This Is Awful show. Yes, subscribers galore. If you haven't heard last week's show or seen last week's show, check it out now. You'll be glad you did.
And that link is in the chat, so make sure you. And I will say, guys, maybe follow, even if you aren't big on This Is Awful. Well, I get it. We are a little different from what you get here, but maybe follow that channel. Maybe follow Awful Wrestling, because that's
big
where
things popping.
Yeah, things are going to end up on Awful Wrestling.
Big things popping, little things stopping, and we're having fun.
626 Awful is God.
Don't even start with that shit.
God, sir.
I don't believe you.
Star.
Prove it.
So, thank you.
Send
guys
a $20 super chat to me.
We will see you. Jake will see you Thursday. We'll hopefully see you this weekend, and we'll definitely see you next week. But until then, now get out of here.
Now, Perry the Platypus, feel the wrath of my thank you-inator!
Thank you, you piece of trash.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you! Oh, I suppose you want me to say thank you. Well, you know what? Saying thank you is like jobbing. Thank you!
I got a little message. Thank you. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, thank you! Oh, thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thanks? For what? Hi-ho from all of us here at Tooney Town. Thank you!
And viewers like you. Thank you.